I think my last one is what 2021. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But the stuff my uncle told me about the Bible, bro, like you wouldn't even want to believe it. You know what I'm saying? For real, he be piecing scriptures together, dog. That it's wild stuff. The way he pieced these scriptures together.
Yeah, man. Tell him holler at me, man.
The other day, 2K said, "Oh, all I got to do is say, Jesus forgive me, and
Holla
I'm
at
back
me.
in." And I was
It don't,
like,
Now,
it
Jesus,
don't work like that.
But you know that's what they taught for years. I don't know if they still teaching it because I wouldn't go near church to save nobody life, but that's what they taught you.
I
"Right."
believe in God, not Jesus. It's does that sound crazy?
Yep.
It should be.
Kinda,
It's not
but
Sound crazy.
I
crazy.
get it.
You
Yeah, you
say
do.
yeah?
Does it sound
And
crazy? I mean,
I don't think so. I mean,
there's a lot of brothers who are Old Testament only, so they don't believe in Jesus. The fake Jews don't believe in Jesus either. So,
said the fake Jews.
Oh,
Smalls.
the Jewish, huh? The Jewish.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
The
I
adjacent Jews.
don't. I don't know.
Jason's
The
crazy.
Hebrew
That's funny.
Israelites. I'm seeing more and more and more people, and like just hearing the conversation. Like, I'm like, it's a lot. It's a lot of people look like they own it.
Yeah,
That
man.
diet
I
though.
would imagine if for no other reason they want to actually learn about a God that actually looks like them.
Hmm.
indeed, that's a fact.
If for no other
But
reason.
but but there's imagery because I thought I would think if they're teaching like true God, you wouldn't show imagery. Well, you would need it. You just teach the word.
Well,
Huh?
the people of the Bible is what I'm speaking about.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I
Okay.
did say God, but I meant the people of the Bible. I was actually thinking
Okay.
Jesus, but
What
yeah.
I
about
got you.
God? He got an image too.
Yeah.
What are y'all
Who?
saying? God.
I thought you're not supposed to have. You know what? I know him. I'm no. I know you well enough. I'm not. No. Whatever it is with the Bible, you
Listen,
got
He
it.
out
man.
of it.
You got it.
Yeah, we don't want
Yeah.
no
Come
smoke.
on, man.
You
We
No.
got
want
it.
no
It's
smoke.
Nope.
crazy.
Nope. Look. Nope. Not me, brother.
Oh man, I
I've
was
been
having.
around here long enough to know. Nah,
Hey,
you
you
got me
Look,
know,
right.
get
Well,
somebody else to do it.
get
hey,
somebody else to
hey,
do it.
Tiff, what's her name? Yes, yo, Becca, I meant to text you. I'm
Hmm.
on Discourse because I couldn't find John number. I thought I had it, but I didn't have it though.
Hmm.
Right? Because he always be egging me on when people start talking about the Bible. He the first one in the chat, like, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, here we go. Get
Yep.
him.
And so
Yep.
last night, I wasn't like crushed, like going hard, but I was edifying. And
Uh-huh.
the particular person I was talking to, I could see that they thought they knew, if that makes sense.
Mm.
But then it got not dark because I wasn't like going hard, but it was like,
Right,
oh,
right.
okay, here's okay.
They realize.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
different.
they have to realize.
Yeah, so
Hmm.
I be
Yeah.
feeling bad. I be like,
I had to
don't
show him
just.
the one. Yeah. The one I had to show him because I don't think he was watching and we had to go back to it. I was like, so
mm,
campus letting them know that it's
yeah,
not what they think it is.
yeah,
And they
yeah. So I tried to
He like
told them.
he like to show off. He do. He like to show off.
Nah, I be chilling for real,
You
chilling, man.
can't wait for somebody to
but
say something.
Nah,
Now
as a
that's
you
matter
just
of
know
fact,
something
what?
you can't put
I
out
usually
wrong
It be
information
sneaky,
about.
Doctor
That's
G.
not
He be
He
ready.
be Doctor G. Just what he say. He say, oh, what you say? It said now. Say it again. And then he'd sit back. He said, "Oh, you talking about Jeremiah 55 and 1 thing, but and that's what that say there. But what did it say before that and after
chill
that?
out,
And then
Tiff.
once you
That
read
is how
that,
he do it. He does do it just
look,
like
and
that.
then after
Yeah.
that,
Yo, come
go to
on,
Acts,
man.
and then after you read Acts, go to Numbers, and
Yeah.
then if you want to, go to Taraphika. And once you read the Taraphika, then you can come back, and then maybe then we can have a conversation."
Chill out, Tiff. Man, oh man.
That was excellent, Tiff.
That's funny.
Yo, man. Yeah, nah. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit the like button right now if you can. It helps the channel. Multi the Hampton Stand Pee Wee in the building. Listen, man. This might get Rocky 4. Risky weekend. Houston 2026. The 25th through the 28th. You never leave Houston on a Sunday if you know what's good for you. You know what I mean? We got the Mr. Fantastic fund, man. Mr. Fantastic versus Moo Moo. Mr. Fantastic said he need $508. We raised. How much we raised? $413. I think. So we only need $90 more to get Mr. Fantastic back in that ring versus Moo Moo. If you wasn't there for it, Moo Moo called Mr. Fantastic out. Mr. Fantastic said, I'm tired of boxing you niggas for free. He is the champion of This Might Be Risky. So it's lit, man. We need $90 more. So if you want to contribute, $5, $3, send it to DJ Hamp 1 and put Mr. Fantastic versus Moo Moo in the description. So I know what it's for. Feel me? Mr. Fantastic got called out. Moo Moo said he don't have to wear headgear. Mr. Fantastic can wear headgear if he wants. So whatever you make it at is what you make it at. You know what I'm saying? We shall see, man. I am a fan of pugilism. So the card is amazing. Salute to Jay Ali for putting the dope trailer together. I actually have to upload the new trailer. So I got a little bit more information in it. You know what I'm saying? So get your tickets now. I think the early bird tickets is sold out, but I could be mistaken. There may be some discount codes out there. Hit Mr. Fantastic, hit 2K. Let's see what's up. But I don't know. I think it's over. I mean, for the early bird, it might just be general, but it's gonna be a hell of a weekend for sure, man. Damn, man. Hit the like button. Salute everybody in the building. We got almost 100 people in the building. We only got 31 likes. It's very important that we get the likes up, as that helps the channel the most. The likes should match the viewership. Dr. G, what's popping, man?
Nothing much, Hamp. What's going on? What's going on, chat panel? What's up, bird?
Dr. G, man. After last week, all right now, man. You was on fire last week, man. You ate your Wheaties last week. What was up?
I told you, man. I was fighting for my life.
Oh, here she go with this shit, man. Where can we find the books at, Dr. G?
The World of Jeannie Pearl can be found on Amazon. We got a lesson on realness and a lesson on verbal overlap. You want to learn situational appropriateness? Then go ahead and get on the bandwagon with Jeannie Pearl. Okay, on Amazon.
That's what's up, man. Empress, make sure you drop the link. So that's like when the kids can and cannot cuss.
No, Hamp, it's much more than that. Much more than that. It's much more than that. So language appropriateness, yes, but we're also talking about behavioral appropriateness, right?
You saying so
in
like
certain
when
situations,
we can, so we could talk like a slave and then when not to.
I wouldn't say talk like a slave. I don't know what you mean, sir, but there are situations where you need to be more formal in your speech, right? And others where it's okay to be relaxed. Yes.
Okay. Well, salute,
absolutely.
salute, man. Let's make sure we tune in, tap in, get the books. The books are fire, man. It's a lot of effort, a lot of art putting into those things, man. It's hard as fuck to write a book, bro. I even give that nigga Dr. Seuss some credit. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. So salute to Dr. G, man.
Thank you.
Becca, what's goody?
What's good, Hamp? What's good, fellas? What's good, Dr. G and Tiff?
Hey.
Oh man, yeah. They all right. Hey man, so what our PR is looking like, man? What we doing, man?
So the PR for the squat is still at 255. I'm still going up with other, reps and sets. Trying to get in the cardio. I know we talked about it in the Get Fit room. That's the hard part for me is wanting to do cardio and then, getting up to that 3 miles a day.
Okay.
Is a lot.
It's
a lot for sure, but we're going to get there.
That's a fact though. Me, Dr. G, myself, and fuck Tiff. Dr. G, myself, and Shad, we were doing 300 jumps in 3 minutes. And it was good. It was good, right, Dr. G?
Yeah, it was good. It was hard, but it was good.
Yeah,
I got my jump rope here. I could listen. I told you I do got to get up at 5 a.m. So
yeah.
I could do that.
So we did 3-minute rounds essentially, 300
Okay.
rotations, and then you get a 30-second rest. So you're trying to do at least 900. 3 rounds is good. Because we remember we did the 10 minutes, but this one was a little bit more vigorous because we had that goal. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
before when we did the 10, we kind of just jumping, moving. But so salute, man. They did a hell of a job. Her and Shad, they don't jump rope every day. You know what I'm saying? So that's good shit, man.
I will say my ankles and my legs was hurting for a week after the 20-minute jump rope that we did. I was like, I took breaks. Why do my legs hurt? But I'm like,
yeah, shit is no joke, man. They say jump rope is like, it has a very high equivalency. Like it's equivalent to like a 5K or something crazy like that if you jump for like 30 minutes or something. So,
okay.
Yeah, I forget what it is. I need to look it up again. But it has a very high yield, just jumping like that from your shoulders, your calves, the stamina, your heart rate, the cardio. So salute the Fit Fam, us 710 in the building. Make sure y'all go like, share, and subscribe to them, or follow them, on Instagram and all that, as they continue to build that platform and motivate us, man. Strada, what's popping?
What's good with it? How you?
How
you good, brother?
Regular, man. I can't complain. Who gonna listen, man? What's up with the SPS though?
We good, man. We rocking and rolling, bro. Real talk with the bros. We got the Raw Bunch back on that BS, man. We carving out something over there.
That's for sure.
You know the count.
Man. You already, man. Make sure Impress. Is Impress here? I keep saying Impress. Yo, Deucey, do me a favor, man. Make sure you get all the content creators' links, and we need to assign them to one of the moderators so they can rotate them periodically. We got 113 people. There's no reason why, if these 113 people aren't already subscribed or following, they should be. You know what I mean? All right, give them a follow, right? You are a supporter, and then eventually you become a consumer because you appreciate the content. That's how shit works. Feel me? Tiff, what up? What is the origin of Tiffocracy?
Like a democracy.
Let's start over. Let's start over. Jesus.
You're right.
Right, man. Tiff, what up? Yo, salute to Tiff, man. Let's try this again. Good God almighty. Yo, we got Tiff in the building. Tiff, what's popping?
What's going on here?
Everything's everything. Make sure y'all go like, share, and subscribe to Tiffocracy in the building. Tiff, what's the origin story of that name?
So, like, there's a democracy. It's hypocrisy. When you come over, you're in my world. You're in my reality.
Time out.
Yeah.
Did you stutter, my nigga?
My braces got me, bro. I'm nervous. I'm in a bind, Nate. Nate, I'm in a bind. I'm in a bind, Nate.
You in it? You and Tony Braxton, man. All right, come on, man.
Okay, let's take 3.
Tiff, what's popping, man? Tell us about your channel.
Well, my channel is Hypocrisy. It's about politics, and much like we're in a democracy, when you come over to Hypocrisy, I'm going to give you political information from a very fair and balanced point of view. We're uncommitted, unsolicited. We are taking the next, midterms 2026, we really got to get in there. And then from 2028, we're going to come up with a plan, a strategy. I'm working with Sean, that in the background, we're going to find some people that we can politically support for 2028. So we're getting a game plan specifically for the This Might Be Risky family, but also for Black Americans, so that we can have a political stronghold and build from the ground up. So we're working on PACs, and you're going to learn, again, political information, civics, and up-to-date things. Today we covered the bases that have not been shown that were destroyed in Iran. We covered the voter rights that got restricted, and then also the DNC.
All right. Okay. Apparently the elevator went to the 1000th floor. Okay. Gotcha. All gets in the building. What's good, King? How you?
What's popping?
Everything, man. It's little August Moore in the building. August Moore on all platforms, right?
Yeah, everywhere, man. Check me
Get
out,
it, man. What you cover today, man?
I actually just dropped one from the TMBR family.
All right.
I actually got it pulled up right now. It is the cheating ain't a deal breaker. The ladies destroy Meg the Stallion.
Oh yeah,
Full segment.
They smoked her boots, bro.
Yeah, that was a good one. So yeah, y'all check that out, man.
Even
Support that,
Tiff?
man.
Not Tiff.
Now Tiff
Did you,
wasn't on
Tiff?
it. It was the POV.
Nah, she wasn't on that one.
Oh, okay.
Nah,
They would have had to fight Tiff, man. They would have had to fight Tiff like Pam and Martin was fighting that raccoon.
Who's gonna have to tussle?
That's what's up, man. Salute to August in the building, man. Make sure one of the mods get assigned that link. We should be rotating the links at least every 10 minutes, right? You know what I'm saying? Especially when somebody cooking, they be like, yo, what's your channel? People be saying that too much to not get a proper response from the moderators. You know what I mean? So I think we got to do a little bit better job of that. You heard? 10:15. What's the word, cuzzo?
Yo, what's good, big baby? Hey, man, I want to salute the panel. I want to salute the chat. 10:15 in here. You know what I'm saying? About to do what I do.
No doubt, no
When I
doubt.
do it.
10:15, man. One thing I say, y'all got to get my man 10:15 on the panel more, man. Because every time he hit the link, he usually opposing somebody. You know what
You
I'm
already
saying?
know, man. That's what I'm here for, bro. That's what I'm here for.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Sean was goody.
Yo, what's good, bro? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Rich Bully. Doc.
Good, bro.
You got the com right now. Yeah. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, yep.com.
Yo, man,
Yes,
what we
sir.
got, man? What we got for the meetup, man? You know what I mean? I need a stylist, you heard?
Yeah, man. We almost there, man. Another week and a half. Working like crazy, man.
That's
Y'all gonna
what's
be in
up,
Chicago.
man.
It's gonna be a good time.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
My boy Strada gonna be up there talking, man. A keynote speaker. You know what I'm saying?
What's up?
Excited to see what he got cooked up. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a good time. I'll show y'all
All
a
right, so
different side
Sean,
of Chicago.
okay, this is perfect, right? Because I was mad at you, too. What am I supposed to wear, bro?
Man, you're supposed to dress fly. Like, some people are wearing like more cocktail attire. Some people want to be like business casual, but definitely fly
Okay, so as long as you crisp, you good.
for sure.
All right. Because I had Tiff. What did it mean to wear like was it cocktail pause or what's she saying? Business casual or something?
Cocktail. The cocktail hour. So typically, shirt, jacket, hard bottom shoes. For women, cocktail dress. Nothing denim. Nothing casual. It should be at least cocktail or better.
Can I wear a short sleeve shirt?
The fact that people are saying, I would not suggest it. It should be a button up.
Tiff, I don't mean no harm, but who said that can dress?
Don't play with it.
I'm just saying, man. Who said
Don't play
that?
with it. Because you know I can dress.
Dr. G dressed like Roxanne Shante, man. Come on.
Hey, yo.
Are you saying I'm rocking 80s gear? Like, what are you saying?
Don't make me. All I'm saying, don't make me pull up the karaoke. You heard? All right. Jean suit in the building.
Hey, yo.
Karaoke?
Dr.
We're
G.
going to have to have a conversation.
You
We're
know
going to
I
have to
can
have a
remember
conversation.
everything. Just chill. But you sung very well, so there's that. You know what I'm saying? Damn,
So
man.
I just looked like I was on the 80s commercial, though, y'all.
That's a fact, bro. All we had to do was like you came out of a VCR. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good, though. Salute to the 160 people in the building. You haven't missed much except for the dope introductions. Please go like, share, and subscribe to everybody here, man. Content creation is not easy, contrary to popular belief, regardless of how we make it look. And so anybody that's trying it, we need to support them until we become consumers, right? You start out with supporters, and then we eventually become consumers because we enjoy the content so much, all right? Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Let's get it popping, man. Salute. Salute to everybody in the building. Please hit the like button.
Yeah. It's a podcast. It's a podcast. It's a podcast, yeah. Like share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend. DJ HAMP about to go live again. So hit the likes, my friend, on your way in. First off, salute the chat, and to all new cousins, welcome back. Heard you searching for the real, well, this is where it's at. The latest topics and panels, and brother, don't get sent to the bathroom. We got all the stats, too, back to facts in the morning or the afternoon. Tuesday, women's POV, 2 Fridays, dancing, jamming tune. It's a community of real, and we better than the world news. This might be risky, I hope you know. This might be risky, let's go, let's go. This might be risky, no, I love you, real, I love it. This might be risky. Salute to DJ HAMP, it's time to start the show. Salute to DJ HAMP, it's time to start the show.
Losing my brother Fo put that together for me. If you need one of them ones from Fo, get in touch with me. I'll get you in touch with him, or I'll get you in touch with him directly. You know what I mean? All right, man. So we've been running a lot of shit down, man. Bringing some context and some realities to the things that we've been hearing so often. You heard? The last assessment we did was last week regarding the PhD and the behavior. And I asked the question at the end of that show is, does that particular stereotype, sentiment, or trope, right, about the PhD being more difficult to deal with, does that still stand? I think the panel and the chat agreed that that one is still in place. August, am I recapping that correctly based on what you remember?
Yes. Yeah, you are.
Okay. We also had
100%.
the baby mom on the docket as well, you know, but I got a push to do followership in my Instagram and then from the POV yesterday. We often, I'm not saying too often, but often enough for sure, talk about leadership. You know, the leaders often getting judged, right? Can you lead? Will she follow the right man, right? You hear all those things all the time regarding leadership. The follower is mentioned, but I don't know if we ever focused on it. So I said, who can I talk to today about this that'll help us understand followership and scrutinize it, right? Like, what is the actual issue? Leadership seems to always be challenged, but what about the followership aspect? I'll start here, Strata. I think it is a bullshit cop-out. You just ain't him. Right?
Yeah.
10-15, you heard that before? You just ain't him. That's why they ain't following you. Have y'all heard that, or am I bugging?
I've definitely heard that.
Yeah, I've heard that.
You don't want to say? Sit your non-leading, broke, corny ass the fuck down.
That's funny.
We don't have no dads, but you trying to tell a nigga what he is or is not good at. Yeah, he ain't him. Right. When he tell you some shit that you don't like, yeah. When you got a nigga that down on 2 knees, yeah, go to that nigga. I think that is a bullshit cop-out for poor behavior. Or for someone who just is uncooperative, right? And they say it's the other person. Nah. I think that's a cop-out, Strata. What you think?
I think you're right, because the reason why, back to the other show we did on proof of concept, right?
Yes.
You will have to show me your leader that you're following instead. If you're saying he's not him, but you ain't following nothing, then what does it mean? It then becomes another burger because you ain't got no proof of concept.
As Strata would say, that's a bar. What have you ever followed? When were you compliant? Now, Strata, this they say. I go to work. I'm there on time. I got my degree. That would be
that makes you a citizen, a taxpaying citizen, because you don't want your lights off in your crib. That has nothing to do with fellowship the way we speaking about it. It makes you a taxpaying citizen. They don't make you a follower or a good follower.
How are we speaking about it, good brother?
We speaking about it. We talking about relationships. We're talking about family. We're talking about the dynamic we have amongst each other. That's what we mean when we talk about followership. We're not talking about applying for a job and how you do on that. This is a different track altogether. It means more. It's more important and impactful. Don't tell me what you did at your job. That's easy. Tell me how your followership is shown and reflected in the people you claim to love and the people you're trying to get with. Means more.
Okay. What you think, Tiff? Followership, man. We started off hot. We said, yo, the person be like, you just not him. I mean, you heard what Strada said.
Sometimes you are just not him. There are some people that
Come on,
are leaders.
Come on, Tiff. You fucked up your elevator speech 4 times. Now you said some twice.
Okay. Do I believe you can? I think you have a right to identify leadership, and then you also have a duty that once the person is kind of proven to be a good leader, or there are enough people that you kind of validate and kind of understand leadership. But I think it gets kind of tricky because.
Tiff, let me ask you a question. Do you think most men are him? Why you say it like that? So let me ask you dead ass, right? You think that the niggas complaining about the behavior and the compliance that they not getting is because they just aren't him? You think that that's most of the earth?
Yeah, I think that there's a minority of men that are great leaders. Like everybody's not built for leadership. That you're not. That's why when there's a good leader, they're easier to follow. And there are people that believe that they're good leaders, but they don't know how to lead.
But how do you make that determination, right? Because we're not asking them to lead the United States military. We're saying lead your woman and your 2 kids.
Just like the military is over the United States citizens' lives, the leader of this home is over my life and my children's life. So the military, like, it has a direct impact on me, but my husband has far more consequences of his stewardship in how I'm being guided. Now, we are in a traditional marriage where it's God, him, me. And I understand that there's an order to that. There's structure to that. There are decisions that are made that I don't always like. But I also know that that is my husband. That's who I picked, and God will give him insight or foresight that I might not see. Okay. But I have a leader that I trust that has done right for me, by me. And again, even if it's something I don't like, I know its benefit is for our home and for my family.
Okay. So when you came up with the term weakers, you think most
for the ones?
You think most men are weakers?
No, I think most people are average, but there are people that are below average that deem themselves to not even be average or a leader. And it's like, no, you're weaker. Like, your results don't show leadership, your behavior doesn't show leadership, and you want me to align you with a person that's a real leader. I'm not going to give the same person that HAMP is a DJ, HAMP is on stream 4 days a week. You have a business, you have a wife, you've got 6 kids, and you have real estate properties. Now you want me to align that same type of manhood with a nigga that's got roommates? No, I'm not doing that. No. Your results show different leadership qualities. Your results show this the person that if I gotta hitch my wagons.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. One, you are just identified based on accomplishments, right? What you deem accomplishments.
No.
But you didn't say anything about my character. You just said I have. You just said I have a bunch of stuff.
No. So in order for you to have all those things, I watch you moderate. I know that you're patient. I joshed on you, but I know that you're God-fearing. And not only are you God-fearing, I know that you know the word that you profess to believe in. So you don't kind of love God, like, no, you 10 toes down into it to the point to where you're going to school to learn Hebrew. So you don't play with the things that you believe in. So you want me again to look at a person that stand up, like Sean is putting together a program and talk about, hey, who wants to learn public speaking? Or I see Estrada that has a channel and he's talking about families and building family things. I'm not giving that same leverage to somebody that behavior, the safety, it's not the same. And I don't understand why, specifically as a woman, I, of all people, can identify if I don't feel safe with you, how can you lead me?
Go ahead. Anybody?
That's dangerous.
Because remember, we talking about leaders again, right? The followers, I don't think they know they have a job. Do they know that they have a responsibility?
Yes.
You know, the followers get to move in and out of when they want to follow. Think about how difficult that would be to lead. Think about if you don't have the things that I deem valuable, I can instantly say, okay, you don't qualify to be in a leadership role. I brought up the military because he's leading his woman and two kids. It's not an entire staff but yet and still he is seemingly difficult to get the people even in that house to fall under that leadership because he can be disqualified at any time. At what point do we start talking about a follower who's willing to do that to the leader? I know for a fact if I go out with Strada, right, and it's in DC and I brought him to XYZ place, whatever I'm saying, right, obviously within the confines of our belief system, he riding with me. Right? But now this leader get questioned because this follower does or does not like a thing. At what point do we start to admonish the follower? It's a
The
broadcast.
follower, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
So, like you said, we talk a lot about the leaders. The follower has to know what type of follower they are. They have to understand, how do they take criticism? How do they reflect on things that they need to do? It's not all about, oh, we have to find the right leader, because everybody is not for everybody. If you're not going to be malleable to be able to listen to criticism without having to defend yourself or having to feel the need that what you have to say is more important than the person that's trying to help you, then it's not the leader's fault. It's your fault because you're not being malleable. You're not able to listen to those certain things.
Yeah. I mean, let me ask you, 1015. You were in the military, right?
Right.
You guys had to abide by a decent amount of rules.
Indeed.
Were you a good follower?
I feel like I was a good follower. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to.
You feel? What you mean by that? Like you
Well, I
emotional?
know I was. When I say I feel,
Okay.
I know I was a good follower because I seen the results based off my results. I seen the results based off what I was doing to lead.
What made you a good follower in that instance, in that context?
What made me a good follower?
Yes, sir.
What made me a good follower? Trusting in somebody. You know what I'm saying? Putting my trust in somebody. I feel once you put your trust in somebody, I feel like once you put your trust in somebody, I feel like you're accepting their direction. You'll be more inclined to accept their direction. Loyalty. I feel like loyalty made me a good follower.
Damn. It's a struggle for followers, boy. Okay, so let me ask you a question, man. My kids that I coach will run through a wall for me. You heard that cliche before?
Yes.
We have to ask the question, 1015. Are the women that we are tethered to willing to do the same? Because that's what the followership conversation is about. Let's be real.
Like it all depends on what type of man you are. You know what I'm saying? If you got the results to prove if you got the results to prove that you are, man, then I feel like she will. I know that she will follow you, man. If you got the results, if you got the character, like you said, the character traits. If she know where you got your information from is correct, I feel like women. Well, I know women will follow you. You know what I'm saying? I know women will follow you if you have the results. If you have the results that you want. I don't know if the results is money. I don't know if the results is educational wise, because my wife, after I got my degree, my wife is inclined. She was inclined to get her degree. You know what I'm saying? She's a nurse right now, but I don't think she would have did that if I didn't get my degree. Like as soon as she seen me get my degree, she did everything she could to get her degree. You know what I'm saying? So if you got the results to show them like what you want them to do, then they gonna do it. If you just a person that you just a bum ass nigga, like it's gonna be hard for a woman to follow you. So I feel you gotta have some. I know you gotta have some type of results, and a woman will follow you.
Okay. Strada, I seen your face, and I want to get August in.
What you say, Strada?
I think that we're doing it subconsciously again, Noel. We're still trying to mine out the followership, and we're going right back to the leader, right? So I don't think you're necessarily wrong with it, but even when trying to break down how they moving, we went straight to what leaders do versus how a follower follows. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, I feel like followers are loyal. You got to be loyal to be a follower. You got to have trust to be a follower and you're a leader. You got to pretty much, you got to, like I said, you got to believe in the direction they sending you, they're steering you. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. You got to be loyal. When it comes to a follower, no matter what they gonna say, no matter what the leader tell you, but you got to trust the leader to tell you what's right, and you got to do it. No matter what it is, you got to do it. You know what I'm saying? You might have your opposing views, but you trust them enough to where you think they will lead you to success. So you got to be loyal to their word. You got to be pretty much that. You got to
Yo,
be. You got to trust.
10-15. That's what they gonna say though, man.
What's that?
They gonna say, Consuela follow. No, as a matter of fact, hold on. She gonna follow him no matter what, bro. He don't have to have all these accomplishments that she don't got. Let's get to that though, right? That part always left out. She ain't doing none of the shit she wants you to do. What about that part?
She's gonna follow him no matter what. Then she didn't really have a dad to follow. I mean, you gotta. I feel like you most likely have to have a man to follow you because you're talking about like a husband following a guy that you want to be your husband, right?
Yeah.
Before you able to follow it, before she able to be willing to follow a guy that's that she wanted to be her husband, I feel like she had to have a father figure in her life that she was able to follow her mom was able to follow her, and money. Like I said, money. If money ain't involved, then I don't know why she would follow this guy by any means. But I feel like a father in her life would make her want to follow a guy by any means.
10-15. I have a question for you. So why is it always on somebody else for a follower to do what they need to do? Why is it, oh, they have to have this or they have to look for this in this other person instead of they need to understand themselves as a follower to understand what they need to do as a follower to be able to be led by someone?
Right. I mean, I understand what my goal is. Like, why am I following you if you haven't accomplished what I want to accomplish? Pretty much is what I'm saying. That's why I feel the accomplishments is the biggest thing. Like, why am I following you? You can't give me no logical reason why as I should take your direction when we going in two different directions.
Why does the accomplishment, though, I know Hamp hates when I do this.
No, go ahead.
But why does it matter about the accomplishment? Because I can accomplish something completely different than my husband, and I can still follow his lead.
Accomplishment equals success. I mean, success is definitely like the main trait when it comes to a follower following somebody. It's success, or and I feel like with success comes wisdom, education. I mean,
But here's the thing, like I think that we need to be very honest and just say there are way fewer leaders than there are followers, and a follower is a follower for a reason. They're not a leader. So you're wanting qualities that a leader would present out of a follower. They don't do that. That's not their role. Their role is to follow certain directives. And the best thing that a follower could do is if you're under a leader and you can't follow the rules, you need to leave the leader alone. But a leader is a leader and a follower is a follower. There are people that will automatically fall in line. You don't have to convince a person that believes in the leader. Belief is a very dangerous thing. And we're talking about results, but there are people that are cult leaders that they have nothing other than the belief of the followers because the leader gave them something to believe in. So my question is, is there a theory? Is there something working? Because oftentimes it's not yield based. Now, mind you, what 1015 is saying, it's like, yeah, I had a father. It's much easier for me to follow in a traditional sense because that's what I saw. But I also saw it with my grandparents. So the me saying like a traditional marriage for me was easy, but somebody that's never seen it, never experienced it, has no examples, that person's going to struggle to fall in line. You're going to have to work with them.
Okay.
Because outside of everything else, which HAMP is when we talked about like parenting and why I said like a single parent, I'm real iffy about how we give information because the structure that I parented from was not leadership based, not in a traditional sense. I got to make the calls. But once you get married, the husband makes the calls. You support that. That's not, you get what I'm saying? You have to understand the structure. If you've never seen it, never experienced it, and then we're saying, no, fall in line like a follower, that you don't know how to do that. You don't know how to do that.
Okay. Sean. Oh, go ahead, Charlie. You want to say something? Sean.
No, I'm processing.
No, I know August got something, but I just want to ask this real quick. We keep on talking about success and accomplishments and all that. I just wonder, is this just more of that finish line conversation that relationships never survive because people didn't get it out the mud together? And I'm not talking about struggle love. I'm talking about development, progress, right? A person who think about it. Let's say I go back outside for whatever reason, right? I'm single, right? And I have all the things that I accomplished, right? She thinks she gonna choose whether or not to follow me based on an assessment of me. And then when I assess her, she can't shine my shoes. How does that even make sense? Right? If I go accomplishment, right? And she go down her list, right? And it's not close. Then she get to say, oh, yeah, you got all this. So yeah, I'm gonna choose to lead you. I seem like it's ass backwards.
But the follower does have a responsibility
to follow
and be on, to be in accordance with that leader. So you don't think it's a good idea that they make sure they're choosing a leader that they can follow and that they will follow?
They don't even know these things, right? So like Dr. G, take this walk with me. Me and you outside, right? You trying to get on some huggy bear shit with me. I can explain a million things that make me who I am that you have no idea about. Right? You don't have no context to it. You never done it before. Right? So how you even gonna qualify it? The only things you do understand is the money.
Well, I mean, it takes time. Like I got to make sure. So it's going to take time, several encounters,
Let me ask you this.
conversation.
When do we out together? When do I get to start protecting?
Well, I mean, immediately.
Okay.
We're
when
together.
do you? Okay. So when should you start following?
Immediately in that context. If I'm out with you, my responsibility to follow you is going to be immediate.
I got you. Is it sustained?
I wouldn't say you should be following immediately. Come on, man. You gotta know.
No, listen. As a woman, as a woman, and we didn't put any parameters on this follower. So check me out. As a woman, if I'm out with a man and I'm expecting him to protect me, I've got to be in a position to follow his lead.
Hold on. Let me just retort this real quick. That is the problem about the followership that we are experiencing, Dr. G, right? You get to remove it. It gets to be subjective. It's when you think, right? And here's the key part. Here's the key part. It's in benefit of you.
I don't think I said anything that indicated that, Hemp. I said if I'm out with you, my responsibility is to follow you.
Right? Because it benefits you to do so, right? But here's the problem with our relationship.
How do I know it benefit me to follow you? How does she know?
Protection, right? So if I'm like, yo, get the fuck in the car because some shit wilding, right? She not gonna take that to heart because she gonna understand, yo, let me, right? But here's the thing, right?
It can be that situation.
But then here's the thing, right? If I make a choice, if I slip, now she thinks she can remove that followership, right? You know, so when the thing, hold on, I'll just finish the statement. Also, your interjections are very untimely, Dr. G. Been noticing that about you too. Now, before I was go ahead, Dr. G. Was that another? Go ahead, Dr. G.
Go ahead, Hampton.
Thank you. Now, when it doesn't benefit you, is where we have the conundrum.
What?
When doesn't it?
Huh?
When doesn't it benefit me?
We can name a plethora of examples.
Let's have some.
I kind of feel like we all over the place though. Because
What's all over the place? No. So August, this one other thing I've been hearing too with the panel niggas. They try to make a premise. They try to build a narrative, right? So then when they talk, they can try to make like they organizing something. Nah, beloved. Ain't shit disorganized. Ain't nothing all over the place.
That's not what she said.
She said it was all over the place. Did she not? Hold on, Dr. G, move out of the way. Tiff, did she not say we all over the place?
She did use those words, but I understood what she was saying.
Tony Braxton, well, I'm exhausted. I'm not tired. Okay? I've been on the truck all day. Okay.
Okay.
Now let my brother August talk. August, what's popping?
I'm about to say, going off
Tiffany, nah, you done enough. You done enough. Go ahead, August.
So here's the thing. It's this idea, this premise of conditional followership. And I find it interesting that brother from the military would even operate in that aspect, because we've had leaders. I was in the Marines, so small unit leadership is a big thing. To get your blood stripe as a corporal is a huge thing. You have to go through a lot of leadership courses. You have to go to corporal's course. Same thing with sergeants. You got to go to sergeant's course, and then staff and SEAL, same thing. So leadership is a huge, huge thing. Now, when you become an NCO, become a corporal, everyone that's lesser than you, when you call them over, they're at parade rest. So they show submission in that way. And it don't matter if you're a great corporal or the shittiest corporal. They submit no matter what. No matter what your leadership style is, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. You as the junior Marine have to adapt to the leadership style of the Marines that are above you. It's the same thing in relationships. With this conditional followership, it gives this idea that the leader has to operate in complete perfection. There's no opportunity for him to grow or anything like that, and he has to have already demonstrated himself. If that was the case for me, my marriage wouldn't even exist, because prior to me accomplishing things in my life, I hadn't accomplished anything, but I still expected the complete submission and followership of my wife if we were to move forward in our relationship. And because she submitted to that, it's been, some times we had some back and forth, but or generally speaking, because she submitted to that, she's able to reap the benefits of all of the things that we have accomplished in our life in such a safe and controlled environment. So this idea of conditional leadership was leading people, a lot of, especially women, to think that they have the eye to be able to determine what a good leadership is. I've never batted 1,000. Sometimes I get things wrong, but I still expect the same complete submission no matter what it is that I do. I just landed there.
And so you all don't believe that the leader and the follower should have some common goals, something common that they're trying to.
When you submit to something, you submit to it. I would tell my wife.
I asked the question, do you believe that the leader and the follower should have some things in common, right? So this is how I found this person that I'm going to follow, because what the leader is presenting is something that I need in my life. What the leader is presenting is something that I can actually get on board with. What this leader is presenting is going to make me a better person. It's going to move me forward. This particular leader matches me. So it makes sense for me to get on their program. You don't think that they should have some?
It's another way. It's another roundabout way for you to call it, to use conditional leadership.
So you're saying no.
Followership.
So you're saying no.
I'm saying that when you submit to something, you submit to it. I used to tell my wife, like, if you are a leg in a company or a leg on a body, your job is to be the best damn leg you could be. Don't try and be an eyeball. Don't try to be a finger. You operate. You are a leg. You the left leg. Your thought process and everything that you do and every instant of your body should be conditioned to trying to be the best leg, the best left leg, despite what right leg is over there doing. Be the best left leg that you can be on this body. Don't think you the brain. Don't try and be the eye. Don't talk about what the left hand is doing. Just focus on being the leg. And what happens is that you got a lot of legs who wants to be brains as well and tell the brain where the body should move when all they're supposed to be doing is operating as a leg. You know what I'm saying? It's still a roundabout way.
So to use your analogy, in that particular situation, the body needed a left leg, right? But I'm only capable of being a right arm. I have no absolute desire, skill, none of that to be a left leg. So why would I come and join your body when I can't give you what you need? As a follower, I need to go to the body that's looking for a right arm.
Right, exactly right.
That's what I said, though, August, and you never answered the question. You never answered. That's what I was.
You would have to be an arm, right?
Go ahead,
you, as an arm, right? As an arm, your focus should just be on being an arm.
I got
you
that
shouldn't
part.
Be trying to. You shouldn't be trying to be a brain.
Well, Did you get what I asked, though? I got that. I got you.
What you talk? I answered your question, and I told you that once you submit to something, you should just submit to whatever it is, whatever you decide to submit to. When you submit to it, you should just submit to it. That was the answer to your question.
So if you decide, August, I didn't ask you that, but I agree with that. I think that you submit to the program that's going to be the one you can follow.
However you want to define it.
Yeah, so that's not what I asked you, but I agree with that.
But you did use a key word and you said decide. And you're saying that there is a decision in submission. And if you decide that I am a right arm and you got a right arm and I'm not going to be useful over here, I need to find another body to attach myself to.
Right.
So it is.
Yes.
So I think what Dr. G is saying is then there's some commonality. The body that I join that leads me needs a right arm. You can't be a leader. You got 3 right arms and I'm on reserve and I'm like, put me in, coach. And you like, nah, just follow.
That's not how a body works. A body only has 2 arms. On one of them is a right arm. So I don't know. So your analogy don't fit the scenario. There's nobody who's sitting around with a body that has 3 arms on standby. They don't exist. It's just one arm. Yeah. One right arm. So your analogy don't work.
Y'all trying to pull apart his analogy. You're proving the point of his analogy, right? You are there to be an arm, right? And as soon as the conditions don't benefit you or you don't like them, then you think you should be a leg all of a sudden. That is the
Yep, I'm gonna
problem.
let you
Because
know.
remember, what's in assessment, what's under scrutiny is the followership, right? If this is how people are following, right? And they have to find this perfect scenario where they think that their ideas have to match the person they're with ideas in totality, right? In order to get in alignment, that's the problem. That is a problem because we're assessing followership. That's the context of the conversation.
See, the submission can't be conditional. It
Yeah,
has to
I
be
never spoke
absolute.
about conditional.
It's
What it,
I
it
it's
is
never.
Nobody
conditional.
said that.
it's
I'm
not.
gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why it is conditional because it's
And
under
it
the
makes no
condition.
sense
Hold on a
to
second. Hold on a second, Dr. G. I'm still talking. It's under the
I know that's the
conditions.
problem.
Listen, I need you to calm down so I can finish saying what I have to say. I'm gonna give you the floor right after
Who's
that.
not calm?
I didn't say
Exactly.
I didn't say
Who's
I
not
wasn't calm.
calm? You said
That was
somebody needs to calm down.
You did
Who's not
say it.
calm?
okay. I need you to chill out so I can finish saying what I have to say, and then you go ahead the floor. Is that okay? That all right with you? All right. So the
Talk
what
your
I'm
ish.
saying is the what I'm saying is
Ridiculous.
the submission is conditional. And so the conditions is does this guy show and prove? Does his outcome show that he's able to be a leader? Those are the conditions that have to be met prior to the submission, and that's not how it's supposed to work.
Damn, I
But
know.
why is this leg
Let
want to
Sean
be?
get in.
Hold on,
10-15.
Why do this
Pimpleton.
Sean
Hold
ain't
leg
on.
want
said
to be a
nothing.
Good. Hold
part
on,
of your body?
15. I heard your
Hold
voice.
on.
Go
This
ahead.
leg
Sean
want
ain't
to be a
said
part
nothing.
of your
Sean,
What's
body.
up, 10-15?
hold on.
How you doing?
Sean hasn't said anything yet. Go ahead, Sean.
What's up, man? How y'all feeling tonight? Hope y'all
All
feeling
right,
great.
man. You see, I'm in black
What's
You
going
know,
on,
every
man?
time I feel
Hey,
like I come up with
Sean.
what I want to talk about, August starts talking. Then I feel like, damn, I gotta go against it. Yo, all leadership, it's always conditional. It's conditional. It is what it is. If Hemp is my captain this year on a football team and Hemp fucking sucks at being a leader this year, guess who ain't gonna have a C on their jersey next year? Fucking Hemp. He ain't, because we elect our leaders. It's based on who we choose to follow, what they show us, what they put out on the field, how they lead by example. It's a moving target. It's not static. August, when you got some beliefs, you get people. I believe that now. This is where I agree with y'all. I think that the best leaders, the most iconic leaders, they had followers from the jump that really just believed in them and they fuck with them and it was with them for the ride. They really were. But when you start talking about in general, bro, you have to show and prove. You can't be a person that thinks you're gonna have followers for 5 years and you ain't showed and proved nothing. Who gonna keep following you? That ain't even realistic. I'll land my plane there.
That's why Sean's super.
I mean, that's what I was saying. So this leg, why would this leg want to be a part of your body though? That's what I'm saying. Where are you leading this leg to a track meet or to a massage parlor? That's pretty much what I want to know.
Yeah.
Y'all, I think y'all missing a little bit of it though, right? So this is what I think is missing. What's happening is you get to hide behind the discernment you think you have because you lack the theme of followership. And so when August is giving the extreme example, it's easy to nitpick the example, right? So
Well,
for example, let me explain more. So
yeah,
when we're
go ahead.
talking about followership, right? The theme of who a follower is, the first thought, yes, of course, is compatibility. But when we get aside all that liking shit, it's the next thought should be, how can I add? How can I help? Right? So I think that even in this convo, we spending a lot of time getting hung up on well, let me assess you first. What are you bringing? Why are you even assessing me like this now if the theme of followership ain't even in you? Why do I care about your assessment? You feel what I'm saying? So it gets a little funny because we can't even get into the spirit of servitude or service because the bar of criticism for the leader, it fucks up and now it overshadows what you should be doing as a follower because we can't even get there. You see what I'm saying? So it's a little weird because, and I think that's why the conditional thing does make sense a little bit, because if you have every barrier to disqualify me as a leader, how can we ever know if you are a follower? Have you chosen one? Even if I'm not it, even if he's not it, you ain't found one person that can speak to your followership.
How do we?
That's
I
where
just said
it's so
loyalty.
weird.
I
differentiate?
I wanted you to
How do we
say one quick thing.
differentiate good leaders from bad leaders?
I wanted to say one quick thing.
Hold
I
on,
wanted you to notice.
Hold on. Let me tussle with my good brother here. How do we differentiate and HAMP
From
too?
good leaders from bad leaders.
Yeah, HAMP and Strata. How do we differentiate good leaders from bad leaders?
Results.
Okay, HAMP, what you think?
That's the thing, right? They keep harping on results that they don't have. See, in your analogy of football, you play football, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got all these requests for something that you also don't have to produce, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so your conditions are fickle at best. You have to have trust. You have to believe in the person, right? Nor have you even seen enough leadership to identify it. But somehow you get to disqualify and qualify people. And you get to conditionally follow when you see fit. That is an issue with a follower who wants to be the leader and think they can actually do it. And now they're butting heads. See, that's what I heard. That's what I'm saying.
I see Arnold learn from the best. I see what you tried to do there. So look, how do we differentiate a good leader from a bad leader?
By their followers, by the quality of their followers.
Because you know what it is? What we know about the captain of the football team? He ain't the general manager. He ain't the coach. And he ain't the owner. So somebody got to make that decision. So at some point, somebody's making an assessment of his results. Somebody is. Because that C got put on that jersey by somebody who owns that team, not him.
But this is the point,
somebody
right?
got to assess.
It's not results, though. Like they think you mean it. Right? So there's a brother named Slater who played for the Patriots for 14 years. You know what he played? Special teams only. Right? And he stayed on the Patriots for 14, 15 years because of his character. Right? He was one of the lowest paid players. He only played special teams, but he was vital because of what he represented in the organization, because of his character. He never had the results. He never started. Right? But the other players put faith and trust in him because of his principles and how he played the game and the effort he put in. You see, they think that if you don't got money, then you don't qualify. You see, that's what I'm pushing back against. They think because your education level is not where they think it should be, you don't qualify. See, that's the part that's tearing us apart as a community, that ass.
No, HAMP, I agree with you on that, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a good point. And I like how you still didn't answer that question. You're very crafty, sir. But look, I
was saying by the content
from the start. Though.
What I said was by the character, not the results, right? Because the results are subjective. Okay, my bad, sorry.
Character don't mean nothing if I'm not prepared. That's all I'm saying, bro.
It's something I wanted to add because I was what's my brother name down here? 1015 was saying he was making my point again. As a leg, he says, as a leg, where are you leading us? You notice how that leg is trying to operate as a brain when the brain is up there already knowing what to do. And all you got to do is take one step forward and stop when I tell you to stop. That's it. Don't ask me where I'm leading you. Once you have submitted to this body, based off of like what HAMP was saying, character, once you have submitted to this body, all you're supposed to do is operate as a leg. If you don't want to submit to it, go find a body that fits whatever it is that you're trying to, that aligns with whatever you're trying to accomplish.
But why did this leg submit to you though? They didn't just go pick a random body.
It shouldn't then. You know what I'm saying? Because if the leg wants to operate as a brain along this body, then it shouldn't submit. It should just go and hobble on as an individual leg throughout life as long as it's going to.
The leg has muscles and memories and sends signals to the brain.
It's not a brain. It's not a brain though. It's just a leg.
Okay.
So it's like a leg.
But like with have a cell mindset. Don't have an image mindset. Have a cell mindset. That way you can literally move.
Yes.
And adapt.
Y'all know the dumb part of this.
The way the body works is that it's gonna be the most successful as long as that leg is operating the way it's supposed to be operating. If everybody doing what they're supposed to do, that body gonna get to where it need to get to. It's gonna be successful.
Okay, Sean, what was the funny part?
All right, this
and Dr. G, you could jump in after. I know you're trying to say something.
Funny part about what August is saying is I've heard August be critical of Democrats. And I've heard them call it a plantation and call Democrats mindless sheep. So
I've never said that. But go ahead.
Relax, sir. And so
You got it.
So this man August thinks that they're idiots and mindless sheep and all this type of stuff.
That's a lie.
But once again, what you're advocating for is just for somebody to be mindless and just listen and just give blind loyalty. August, if me
You
and
just
you
made all that up.
August, if me and you are doing anything together, and you lead me to a place where we in a dark alley and I get beat up or something like that, I'm not going down no dark fucking alley with you again. I'm not doing that shit with you again. August, who's gonna do that? You know what I'm saying? Like you, bro, you got to be a competent leader. You have to be. And
now,
who's gonna
Sean,
sign up to be a my last point is everybody criticizes the church, and we said men left the church because they pretty. It's just like they want you to just be mindless. And so my problem with the church is that I got to listen to some niggas' interpretation of the Bible, and I'm not supposed to question nothing. I'm not supposed to nothing. I just got to take his interpretation of it, and I think that's mindless. And I feel like that's kind of what you're talking about, August, and I think that is mindless.
The mindfulness comes into the choice of submission. So when you decide to submit, that's when you make the choice. If you decide not to submit, then you choose to do something else, and you can make your mindful choice in that manner. But I'm not, as the body, I'm not going to sit here and prove myself to a leg to earn its submission. If you don't see the qualities that I have, despite whether I've accomplished something or not, and can see, you know, the type of person that I am as far as like leadership qualities, if that doesn't resonate with you, then that obviously means that that's something that you can't submit to. You need to go to another body.
Dr. G was trying to get into. Hold on, Tiffany, my bad.
He can go ahead and go. Sorry, man.
Okay.
I mean, because I'm only going to repeat what I said before. So
why?
Because we're still on the same point of it. You know, I just think that, and plus Sean kind of already said it again too. Like the follower absolutely has responsibility, and that is to choose the leader that they can follow.
But Sean agreed with what he said. He agreed with what I was saying, right? Because I'm predicating results. The results part is the problem, right? This person doesn't even have these.
Whoever said that though.
But
whoever said that.
That's what was said. And then Sean was looking at that. It's like, hey, he's saying, yo, if that leader doesn't produce that season, he's out of here. We're not following him no more. It was literally predicated on results. That was the conversation between Strada and Sean, and I jumped in about the principalities.
Right. No, but that was not the understanding before Sean said it. Am I correct?
No, you said you were only going to repeat. Hold on. You just said you were only going to repeat what Sean said.
Right. Only in the sense that the follower should be able to choose their leader. Right. He said that. And I said it. He said it. So now here I am saying it again. And I'm like, why do that?
Yeah.
But what I'm asking you based on what you said, though, Hamp, the results aspect of the conversation wasn't entered until Sean entered. Is that correct?
Yeah. Him
because we weren't talking about that in the beginning.
Maybe so. But when Tiff was saying, hey, remember when I asked Tiff, hey, well, those are accomplishments that you're tailoring or tethering leadership to, right? Essentially, you know. And now here's the other thing, you know, you guys are following. I'm the captain. You're not questioning me. You're not making no other decisions. You voted me captain because of what I proved, right? And now people think they can question the captain in the midst of the season. Now take that and extrapolate that to marriage, which is infinite and finite. Right. And if we don't want to get to marriage, you already had sex with that man. Right. So either you end up defiled or you end up married. But we keep on dismissing those aspects. Right. Where we are conditionally submitting when we want to. Right. And then think we have good discernment all of a sudden.
If we're using the football analogy, man, then I guess you can say that you're blindly, but it all still come down to results, man. That's what I'm saying. And what I said was trust and loyalty. Of course, they're gonna submit completely if they trust in you. I mean, they're gonna submit completely, and if they have trust in you, they're gonna have loyalty in you because they know whether they seen it themselves or not, they know that somebody put them in charge because they have succeeded before.
Can I ask a question? in a relationship, let's say for instance, your woman submits to you and have trust and loyalty, and you fuck up. You fuck up royally. You learn from it, but you fuck up royally. Should she continue to trust in your leadership, or should she go find another leader?
I mean, it all depends on your track record.
I mean,
everybody.
we're in the constraints of this specific scenario. You are a leader. Your wife or woman, whoever you're dealing with, is following you, have submitted to it. You make a mistake, you make a blunder. Should that woman, the person that's under you, continue to follow you, or should they go try and find someone else?
Like I
It's
said,
simple.
it all depends on your track record. That's all I'm saying. If you make a mistake, everybody make mistakes.
So does the follower? So you're not answering the question. Is it, should they continue to follow or no?
Yeah.
So they should.
I mean, hold on. If it's your first mistake, yeah. But
what if it's your 10th mistake?
If you've been the 10th mistake,
yeah,
then yeah, they should be out the door.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I was saying. Track record. I mean, you made a couple mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's cool. But if you done made 10 mistakes, that let me know you a continual fuck up. So I'm out the door.
Oh, you couldn't learn from the 10th mistake? Is what you're saying? That leader couldn't have made those mistakes and made the adjustments and learn from that? That's impossible.
Man, I learned that I need Strada as my leader, not you. That's what I learned.
What was that?
Who? I'm not sure. I wouldn't want to be your leader, bro.
Just saying, bro.
I
learned that we need a new leader. That's what I learned.
I wouldn't lead you anywhere.
August?
I wouldn't want to follow.
At what point do I learn that we need a coup and this leader is inept?
I'm asking 10-15 the question. What was the response? Why? You couldn't learn from that 10th mistake?
Why we can't assess the ineptness of the followership? We are literally putting the leader at a deficit. The leader is the one trying to earn some followership from somebody who's lesser than, who don't equate.
Who said they're lesser than? Who said they're lesser than?
They really are.
I could be.
Here's
not
the
me
thing.
per se,
Hold
but
on. So I said, Dr. G, you want to say something? Yeah. And then I'm talking. Now what?
Well, I know I want to say something now, but I'll wait for you.
But you can make that choice, Dr. G, before you interrupt me. You can say, "Oh shit, let me wait for him."
I mean, go ahead, HAMP. Jesus.
Well, no, because I think this is important, right?
It's this verbal overlap. Go ahead. It's all right. Go ahead.
Shit too, right?
I'm gonna defer. I'm gonna defer to you.
No, you can't. No,
sir.
See, that's another thing, right? That be the problem. That is actually a perfect thing. You can't defer to me. I already took it. You didn't have to do nothing for me to. No. This is an example of what we're talking about, right? You don't have to defer. You don't have to say, okay, I know I got it. But see, this is the conundrum that the leaders is in. Right? This is literally the conundrum that the leaders is in.
This is crazy.
You know what's ill? Cece said it one day, Strada. She said, you don't even be over talking on your own show. Because I was talking about when I go on Truth Panel and all that, I be waiting and shit. Right? And then I'm in the midst of talking. Why do Dr. G think she going to tell me, okay, you got it? What you mean? I was talking. You didn't have to give me anything. But that is, and this is a just example, right? Wow. It's not that deep. But this is the dynamics in these relationships, right? And Dr. G can't absorb it now. She can't even take the example to understand what I'm illustrating with the example, right? Why does somebody who didn't have the floor, because you said, wow, right? So why did somebody who didn't have the floor have to think they had to give me the floor when they didn't have it in the first place?
All I was saying was I was going to stop talking so you could finish, HAMP.
What is defer? What is defer?
I'm going to stop talking and defer it back to you.
Yeah. So you had to.
I'm giving it back to you. Okay. I didn't.
What'd you just say?
You got it.
Okay. But this is a
I don't have it. You got it.
Yeah. This is a very small example.
I never had it. You always had it.
This is the small example of the overarching thing that we are discussing, right? The followership aspect is what we're discussing, right? So if somebody think that they could give you something they never had, like they giving you permission, how does this manifest in our relationships? Real shit.
But,
I'm done.
but I did have it before though. I did have it.
When I was talking just now?
Not then, but I had it before. You said never had it before. I had it before. I just don't have it right now.
Yo, but
because you got it.
Peep it, right? This is the issue with the followership that we are experiencing, right? Because the person who's following think that they can just take, give, leave, stay whenever they feel the need. Sean, how could you lead a team like that, beloved? How could you lead a staff like that? I fired this dude on the spot today. He talking about, yo, man, I sacrificed my son to come here. You did what now? Oh, no. I'll be there in 20 minutes. You wait for me. Oh, I ain't mean it. Now you meant it, my nigga. If you think that you work for me and doing me a favor, nah.
Be a favor.
Not never, bro. Right? And I understand relationship dynamics are different, right? But it's just an example. You cannot lead people that act like that. You can't. No matter how effective I am. I have a track record, Sean. 100,000 in revenue in a month. I have a track record. But this dude say, oh, nah, because you what, nigga? Because you work for 2 men in a truck for 6 months? How do you lead that, bro? Real shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, man. With me forming an alumni association and trying to lead a bunch of guys, especially guys that at that time, more accomplished, older in the fraternity, some way more intelligent. You start to learn that all followers are not created equal, and that is very tough. And I learned that people can love your concept, even to the point where I learned two things happen. One, some people won't. There are people who won't want to follow just because it's you, and that they'd rather it be them. Then there are people who literally just won't want to follow anybody because they'd rather it be them. So they'd rather just take your idea and do their version of your idea and want you to support them. That's a horrible follower. So I learned the hard way that there are some followers that are fucking terrible, if I'm being honest. They really are. I learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
Don't you think that they share the same rhetoric, of conditional followership? Trying to qualify you?
No, that was it was outside of that. It was outside of that. So they would have issues with, and I'm trying to introduce something that's completely different because this was my real experience. Some people literally would just envy whoever is the person that came up with the ideas and in charge. So it wasn't about result. It was about they wanted that position, even though they didn't have the cognizance to come up with the whole concept. So for some people, it was about me, like they didn't like me 20 years ago. Other people, it was about whoever was in that seat, they wanted that seat, which is a totally different element that we had. I don't know if we spoke about yet in terms of bad followers.
Like Brutus.
And that's my real experience.
Yo, Sean, look at this, right? During the exchange with Dr. G, when I'm talking about I'm talking first, right? Look at this. This is what else happens too. What's he talking about? I was already talking. That's why I shouldn't have been cut off. Not because this might be risky. You see? But they even try to leverage your positioning. You see? Again, these are just small examples. It's not that deep, right? I fuck with Serena. But I'm saying, like, even in that equation, there's like bail money or some shit. When it should have been, damn, Dr. G, hold on, wait for him to finish. I was gonna say nigga, but Serena white, so she wouldn't have said that. You see what I'm saying? But it's like, oh shit, I was talking. And like Sean, like you saying, bro, you doing everything right. Niggas try to make you look away, feel away, try to make comparisons. Oh, this nigga ain't him. Just because they want to be that. And let me ask y'all, Becca, do we see order or is it just get in where you fit in? Is it like what Tiff said? Or is it like, hey, shit, nigga, depending on when the wind blow, nigga, I'm in charge?
I feel like it's always conditional. Shouldn't be. I feel like that's the problem. But I hate to say feel, but the reality is I feel that way because it is that way. That it's conditional. Even though it shouldn't be when we pull back the layers.
Yeah, just trying to, yeah. What you think, Strata?
Yeah, I think all right, so first off, it goes without being said, but let's say it plainly. We know that as a follower, you have to pick said leader. You have to have discernment. You have to like the person. We'll put that all to the side to get into what it looks like after you've chosen. So let's give you the fact that you've made your own assessments. The biggest thing I think that fucks up followership, Hemp, and how we talking about it is the fear, because that trust is never really fully there in a way that's real. That's what makes it conditional. So it's like I rock with you enough, I fuck with you enough to follow you under my conditions. But if you get the rock in this boat too much, oh, wait a minute, whoa, wait, what? And now it becomes a awkward situation. You see what I'm saying? And I think that faith, although built with the person you with, there are intangibles that come with being a good follower that transfers to just past the person that you choosing to follow, right? It wouldn't just show up with your boyfriend. It showed up with how you rock with your moms, how you rock with your dad, how you was a servant leader in every other position. It doesn't just show up before you get to me, but that fear is built based off of a lack of experience. You dig? So you putting yourself in a trick bag to where you'll always have the parachute one line on it ready to jump out the plane, even though you chose the flight. So if I give you the leverage of, you know what I'm saying, okay, you're right. You got to vet, make sure you get on the right. I get you. Got it. You chose dude as a leader. So the conversation that we can even have, Hemp, is what happens after you made the choice? You chose the leader. Now we here and it's still a tug. You know what I'm saying? Like we still tugging back and forth and you already chose. You see what I'm saying? So even if I grant the conversation, okay, yeah, as a follower, pick well, cool. Let's put you in a perfect scenario. Why is it still irk and jerk?
I'm trying to figure out.
I don't know.
That's what I was answering to Dr. Gila earlier when it was, once you've submitted to that, that's all it is. But it's your choice to make the submission. A leader can't make a follower submit. When you have submitted to that leadership, that's where it ends at. And the way you qualify them is not, it's going to be hard to qualify somebody just through their what they've already accomplished. There's some great leaders that haven't had the opportunity to accomplish anything yet, and still they're great leaders. You can just tell by their character. Character should be the first testament to determine whether or not this person is a great leader. Their accountability, that whole type of thing. How do they handle disaster? If they fail, do they crumble and cower, or do they learn from it, rise again, and overcome? That's why I say you got people that can fail 10 times and rise again 10 times. And that's the testament of a great leader, because he has the perseverance to continue. But, to 1017's point, he's like, 1015 point, he like, oh, you got to get up out of there. That's, and so that's the conditioning that especially in relationships, that is being taught, that you got to have this, what's the word that women, this hypergamous nature about yourself, to try and always monkey branch to whatever your perception of what is better than what you have already. And that's where everything falls apart.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's a non-conversation, right? Because it's almost difficult to talk about the follower, really.
Yeah, because it keep going to the leader. It keep bleeding back into the leader.
Because that's where the accountability really usually be at. Yeah.
But because so Pete, right?
Go back to the leader. All right, go ahead. What'd you say?
Yeah, so Pete, like, would y'all agree that because that's gonna put us right back in the trick bag of leader? Because I was about to say, do y'all think that great leaders are good followers, but that puts a surplus? So let's stay on the followership, right?
They are.
They are, right?
I think so, yeah.
Now, here's the question, though. Is self-awareness a must as a great follower?
Yes. Yes, that's why I said, Strahd, at the beginning, like, it's not about us looking at the leader. It's about us looking, at ourselves as followers to say, okay, this is the type of follower that I am. I understand that if I'm talked to this way or if I'm criticized about this, this is how I'm going to respond. And I know we're like, oh, we can't talk about every scenario, but we can pick a scenario and say, I did respond like this in this way. So how can I reassess myself as a follower so I could put myself in the best position and understand what this leader is trying to tell me, or altogether not follow the person that we think, we want to be our leader. We have to reassess and look at ourselves before we start trying to choose our leaders.
Oh, Rebecca, what you think about this? What you think about the attentive nature of a follower? Like, do you think the follower has to be as attentive to her leader as the leader has to be on the goal?
No, they don't believe that shit.
He said they don't believe that shit.
I wouldn't say that, Hamp, because like if you think about it, you have to be, because say if you do disagree on something, right, Strata? Say you have goals that are aligned, but you do have a disagreement. How are you going to react during that disagreement? Are you going to respond or are you going to react? Are you going to think about it before and be like, okay, how big is this issue? Is it going to affect this, and this for this long? Or is it going to be like, okay, we can talk about this now. I can be level-headed. I don't have to be emotional about it. We can talk about it and I can work through it. Or are you going to say, no, it's not that. I'm going to tell you what it is.
Yeah.
So like that's the difference of being like self-aware about communicating with your leader, I would say, as a woman in a relationship.
All right, so can you think of a time, Rebecca, where it was tough being a follower? And what does that look like?
Absolutely. John's in the back, like, yep.
Yeah, what does that look like? Let's get to it.
But yeah. Absolutely. And that's why I guess I can talk to it the way that I'm talking to it, because I'm like, I've been in this scenario where, because I can analyze whatever and say, no, this is what makes sense. And he can agree, like, this is what makes sense, but this is the decision I made as a leader. Let me lead. If I do it wrong, let me correct myself. And that's hard for me because I'm like, but I could correct you before you even do it. But that's just my military mind. As an intel analyst, that's just me. I don't want to like put that on anybody else but me. That's just me. So I have to had to come to terms with that, to be like, you're right, because I chose to be with you, and I have to understand that nobody's perfect. You're going to make certain mistakes. And I have to trust that you're not going to put me in harm's way. So I have to be able to take that and be like, even though I know I have these analyst abilities, I need to take that out of my relationship, because then that can be overcrowding for him. And he could be like, I don't need all of that. And I'm like, I understand how that could be overwhelming.
But Rebecca, to your point though, I think one of the reasons that you probably felt secure, because we've had that same conversation, is let me do this, but also if it's not done right, I'll fix it. It's that second half of, even if it doesn't go, there's still a contingency plan of, it's not going to fall back on you if this doesn't work out. We will go a different direction. That's still being a good leader. That's somebody that's easier to follow. It's not I think what I'm trying to understand, if we're asking for like blind faith. And I think that if that's what people believe submission is, then yes, we're going to have a problem, because even in submission, there's still certain things like, yes, you have the final say and you do have to step back. Specifically, like Rebecca, with you being in the military, me being in leadership, you do have to learn to turn that off. You are a boss here, but That's not your role here. That is something that I think we all have to understand. But it's a shift, right?
Yeah, and that's the Strata's point though, as far as what's difficult being a follower, especially for somebody that's like me.
Right.
That specifically is a detail for me, is if, just like, I think again, that's a great quality as a leader to say, this is what I need to fix. I know I made the mistake. But that's the same thing as a follower. You have to be able to pull back and say, I made a mistake. I tried to push to be a leader, but that's not my role.
For sure.
So,
and I think again, so what you're saying is being aware of, like, one, how do I show up? Like, who am I outside of this home? And then who and what am I supposed to be inside? And if there's a conflict, am I aware that this gonna rub me and let me kind of fall back? Because I'm like, okay, well, let's talk this out. And it's like, that's not really the leadership style. Is, hey, I got this. Hey, da 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 da. Okay. Wait, but when it starts to happen, like the results in the building happen over and over and over again, it's almost like you just fall into second nature. Like, it just becomes, my husband is easy to follow. It took us time to get there, but the longer we're together, the easier it is. There are certain things that I don't question. So then when Strata, you were talking about making sure like certain things are taken care of. It's like, yeah, there's certain things like I want to be hyper aware. What am I doing to make sure that whatever's going on the outside, when you come inside, you get recharged, you get what you need so that you can be the best leader for this home. That's my role.
Good morning, man. How y'all mama them?
It's hard.
Oh,
okay,
Lord.
what's good with it?
It's time. I done heard enough of this malarkey.
I'm tired. All right, Hamp. Good night.
This question real quick. I feel it's hard to be a follower when I'm constantly unprepared. You know what I'm saying? When I'm constantly unprepared, I feel like that's when it's hard to be a follower, because at that point, I feel my voice should be heard more. If I'm constantly unprepared, my voice should be heard more.
What?
And which will lead to, what was that?
I'm sorry, my bad. Continue. I didn't mean to cut you, brother. I'll ask you a follow-up though. Go ahead.
No, I said, yeah, that would give you the feeling of your voice should be heard more, which it would be hard for you to be a follower, because that will give you like a certain type of ego, like with HAMP, with your moving company, man. When it comes to being a follower, we always know that there is a goal. You know what I'm saying? There is a goal that we're trying to accomplish with your moving company. You know what I'm saying? We got to move all type of boxes. We got to move all type of furniture. But I get there, you ain't got no dollies. You know what I'm saying? So in that situation, it'd be hard for me to follow you, because you might have an ego to where I'm telling you, I'm getting on to you for not having the dollies, but you ain't trying to hear it.
Ugh, that's ridiculous.
Okay.
Listen,
crazy. That's kind of crazy. 10-15.
But I can't understand why we even got women on the panel today. How, like, we talking about leadership.
We talking about followership.
Followership. Okay, yeah. Okay. Wait, I'm glad y'all here. So let me show you how to follow. Okay. What I say, y'all do. That's it. That's the whole class. You ain't even need a pen and paper. Just take that home with you. What I say, you do. All right. You ain't got to ask why. You ain't got to ask none of the above, because guess what? You already married me, right? So you got to believe in me. You let me fuck raw. You don't go through my phone. So there must be trust. So trust that I'm going to do the best for us at all times. The questioning, the back and forth, I look at that as rebellion to where I'm trying to get you. All right, now, Tiff, you can shake your head all you want to, but I know how y'all be coming, bro. Y'all, because when I ask women to pick their leader, they usually pick the man who they can influence the most. That's not a leader. That's somebody with an ear and he listens to what you're saying. So technically, you're leading. All right, real leadership, they will offer an explanation Sometimes.
Articulable, yeah.
Yeah, but if you don't get it, you don't get it. Just follow me. I love you. I'm trying to get us to the next level. It ain't. I don't know why we need 2 hours to tell y'all that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what the submission part is. That's what the submission, when you qualify him as having great character, understanding that he's not totally egotistical, where it's detrimental to himself and yourself. When you submit to that, that's where it ends at.
Even if he is egotistical, that's probably what's getting them over the hump. Some niggas got the pride, but that's what gets them to the next level.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. That's true.
I got it. That's where, I guess, as a woman, that's where I have to separate from what you're saying, because I understand what you're saying, but I have to separate from that as far as being egotistical means. Is that also meaning that you're not a good listener as far as being a leader?
No, that don't mean that. That don't mean that I'm not a good listener, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's just mean I didn't ask you your opinion. If I needed help with something, I would bend the knee and come and talk to you. Hey, babe, what you think about this?
Okay.
Hey, what you think about this?
So no ego really needs to be involved at all, actually. If you're able to bend the knee, you don't have an ego at all.
Well, it can be. I mean, some people need that about themselves to get across.
It's more like the competitive nature.
Yeah.
I think that's what you describe, and like the ego to want to, achieve. That's some part of personality.
I'm a illiterate person from Mississippi. If I didn't have an ego, I wouldn't be here. I just if I bow down to how I talk and the words that I couldn't translate and let the people determine who I was gonna be, I wouldn't be here. I needed the ego to protect myself from people with degrees.
That's true. Okay. I see. I just had to ask that clarifying question, because egos can also mean that you're not a good listener, and that's kind of a good part of being a good leader.
I just threw a little jab at Dr. G over there. But no, you definitely listen. That's why I picked you. Like, I know somebody like me. My girl, I'm not for the weak. So I know she's battle tested, right? So she know when I come to her, I actually need her. I'm not, she know if I don't come to her, I got it. So sometimes I understand y'all be boss bay, and that be the problem, because we know what these businesses do to us. You bring out the competitive nature, and it's hard to turn it off. But hey, if this how you gonna be acting at the house, cause no ma'am.
You actually just introduced a concept that hadn't been introduced, and that is the leader going to the follower for something.
Mm-hmm.
That hadn't been introduced in this conversation. I find that interesting.
Yeah, I go to you for a sandwich or
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. You said if you need help.
Absolutely.
Right? You would go to the follower. In this case, it would be your wife, right?
Absolutely. Yep. And some people's situations, sometimes they go to the side chick for help. So like it's really what you bro.
Is the side chick also a follower?
Absolutely, because what y'all fail to realize that most side chicks are the glue to y'all relationship. Once you found out about old girl and made him cut off, y'all relationship went to shit. So there might be more than you.
We having the same conversation or no?
Yeah, we are. Okay,
let me calm when it comes to when it comes to Strata question, when is it hard to be a follower? Because he asked that. That's when I was saying
it's hard to be a follower when you don't believe in a leader.
Yeah, so no.
But you don't believe in a leader, but why did you lead? Why did you lose that trust though? That's what I'm saying. Why did you lose that trust?
No, I had contention. I had contention with you, 1015, when you said that when you feel ill prepared, you then question how the leader is leading, right? And so in my brain, in the example you gave with HAMP, to where I show up, the HAMP moving thing, he doesn't have dollies. Now you're getting uncomfortable. Awareness and a follower will take the initiative to go get what's lacking from said leader, right? So I can say, damn, this thing ain't got no dollies, or I could be like, let me go over here. Hey, yo, I'll be right back. Let me get him some dollies over here. You see what I'm saying? So it's almost like there's a
Strata.
There's a nature behind that followership,
because August and 2K said that all I do is what they tell me. I don't think outside of myself.
But y'all know I don't subscribe to that mindless shit.
I know what you're trying to say.
They said It's what they tell me. I don't even have to think about it. I don't have to do nothing but what they tell me. So they didn't tell me to go get no dollies.
Yeah,
so
I'm
I
not
would be
doing
out
that.
of order.
Yeah.
I would not be being a good follower if I just up and go and get some dollies.
That's a
Okay,
lot.
so even if we follow their example, though, this what makes it a little disingenuous, Dr. G, because even when we follow their example, you're still looking for the deficit. Even if you want to go their route of followership, which is mindful, I'm gonna do what my leader tell me. If your only mission is to do what I tell you, why are you still finding deficits? Even if we go that route, let's say you're not a proactive follower.
What's the deficit?
And in 1015's example, it was a lack of dollies.
No,
that's exactly what
he didn't bring the dollars.
Well, what
you see my point?
You can't just go get a dollar.
So even if y'all want to walk 2Ks in August premise, even in that, why are you even looking for the deficit if you're gonna just be mindlessly following?
But listen, though,
but that's the whole
I'm saying be
point.
proactive.
Nobody's going to be mindlessly following. But I'm just trying to make sure. I'm trying to make sure that we take into account that we have a couple people on here who said that I don't take initiative. I wait for them to tell me. Like we gotta keep the conversation honest.
Thank you.
They said that I'm waiting for them to tell me. That's not going for the deficit. That's understanding what it means to be a follower of them.
But guess what a good leader always have? A contingency plan. Right? The contingency plan is something
he's talking about the leader. Go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. So if HAMP don't got the dollar, guess what? HAMP is ready to do whatever to get the job done. As my wife, I just need you to sit your little pretty ass down and don't worry about this type of stuff here. That's
Even still,
that's it.
Even in that example, just as a follower, the most I would do was just inquire with them. You know, I noticed we didn't have any dollars here. Would you like me to grab some? Because I have a plug, or do you want us to just do it this way? You know, that's as far as I go. I'm not gonna tell him how to do it. I'm not gonna, he might be running it a certain way that is above my understanding. I'm just gonna offer what it is that I have. And if he says, nah, we're good, we're gonna just do it, you know, lifting with the back, not the legs. I'm gonna go back to lifting with my back and continue unloading this truck just how he told me to do it. I know you're supposed to lift with the legs.
Yo, this the problem, man. This the problem that we keep these analogies and just breaking it down, right? Because we have people who we have presuppositions, right? Yo, people are not, the followers that we have, bro, are not putting in concerted effort. And then the questioning is not just things that matter, it's all things. And I know all is hyperbolic, but it's all things.
Definitely.
Right? Because they think that they have the right to question everything. Right? And I'm saying right on purpose. I have an expectation that I'm supposed to meet, but somehow the followers don't have an expectation. They think that when you say something, they think that they have the right to question anything they think they have the right to question. But as the leader, I have a charge and I'm going to fulfill that. And I'm not going to say, well, shit, you was like that. This shit is broken. Damn, I think that this really might be beyond repair. I ain't going to lie. And I haven't felt like that. And I'm saying feel in a long time. Because the followership, we don't have no understanding. We have no understanding about it. It's too arduous for people because we think we qualify. Everybody is qualified to be the leader. And then we think we can disqualify who's the leader. You can't get around that.
That's a huge problem.
I was about to say initially, I was just talking about how do you find a person that you gonna let lead you. That's what I've been talking about. That's why I've been talking about posts and stuff like that.
No, but what about what I said though? What about what I said though? You about to say something? No, you about to ask a different.
No. I wasn't gonna say. I was just.
No, I'm saying you can't ask, but I'm asking. What about what I said? That's what I'm trying to talk about. Then you can ask the question after.
You 1,000% right, HAMP. And even like when you get to breaking it down, bro. Even when men were wrong in the past, right? The women didn't brown nose them about it. They kind of let you have it because they knew if they threw you down for that, it'll affect your leadership going forward. And the men knew when they was messing up. So for us to be here in society, it's not beyond repairable, but it's kind of almost like trying to train a full-grown pit bull, bro. It's hard. Like they not understanding the instructions, and then because they know a certain amount, they feel the need to question your leadership. That's very hard, bro, because your daddy might have led like this, or you might have never seen leadership in that form. But now you're questioning mine because you wouldn't do it this way.
Yeah.
I think that they
real quick,
also
August. Dr. G was trying to say something too. Oh, you know what? It was right. Okay, I thought you was. Go ahead, August. Or 1015 had a question. I mean,
No,
but I just
see, I wasn't asking no question. I was making a statement.
Oh, my bad.
Like what you saying is different from what I was doing, because I was coming from the position of a man. I was coming from how do somebody pick the leader that they want. I wasn't talking about like how they supposed to act once they have found that leader. So when I first started talking, that's the point of view I was coming from. Like, how do you pick this leader that you want? Now, how you supposed to act when this leader is leading you? I didn't never get to that point right there.
Well, the problem with the picking, in my opinion, 1015 is it's a convenient discernment. But the overwhelming majority of sex we having is casual. So now I don't want to hear, oh yeah, I got all the answers when it comes to finding a mate, because you've been mating like a motherfucker. with no discernment, not breaking it down, not making sure this man qualified. He never met your father. I left this girl house back when I was outside. She said, later, DJ, my name is Hampton. But I went to her house after the club. After I finished DJing. Like, yo, this shit is like, cause that's why that part gets murky. Cause when does all this discernment come about to where they know how to choose the nigga?
They don't.
I mean, that's why I said it's a process. Like, you have to, it's not something you just do overnight. You know, you got to go through a process. Just like the leader, I would imagine, has the same responsibility to choose and who's going to follow. It's a two-way street. But I do agree too that, let me say this just to make sure that nobody feels I'm saying something different from this point. Once you decide to follow, then your job is to follow. I do agree with that too. Once you decide that this is going to be your leader or the leader, then as the follower, that's your responsibility. That's what you should be doing. But I think before that decision is made, you have every right to vet both ways. Vetting should be happening both ways to make sure. Like, you want to make sure that you have somebody who can follow you. And then the follower want to make sure that the leader has what's necessary for them to understand how to follow.
Okay, Dr. G, here's my question. I just want to add, this is a direct question too, you can get the floor. Right? Okay. You're vetting if I'm a leader, right? And it's based on my results. I think that's what most people think. Even if that's not a shared sentiment amongst you and I, Dr. G. Most people think they're predicating who can lead based on his results, right? He has these results, and you never follow nothing in your life. How does these two people mesh?
Well, because like just what you said, he has the results. And so with those results, he's going to be able to cultivate a follower in me.
How?
Like, I'm already in the position to follow because he's the leader, right? And so he has a particular skill set, I guess you might call it, that is going to enable me to be a good follower. And this the leader has a responsibility to cultivate an environment for following.
This the
that's
problem.
How it works.
That's not how it works. And see,
I know it don't work like that.
Yeah, see, women, y'all have. I'm sorry, Dr. G.
See, that's the problem, though, y'all. Y'all don't take into consideration, like, you guys are speaking from your leadership standpoint, but put yourself in a follower's position. Like, why would I decide to couple with a man who has a particular program that not only do I not believe in, but I don't even have the skills to be able to do what this man is asking me to do? Why would I get on board with that?
So listen, don't worry about what you're worrying about.
When I say vet, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about making
focus on the guy that.
Listen, first of all,
Dr. G, finish your point.
To be noted that every time I take a breath, I'm getting cut off, and if I return that,
I'm saying,
then I'm made to look a certain way. I just want to point that out.
See, when y'all do that, and then I smoke your boots, then everybody be looking crazy, right? So I just told them to let you finish your point. Now, the exchange with us, I was talking. uninterrupted and you interrupted, I did that to make a greater point. Okay, regarding the conversation. Okay,
we
so
good
now,
on that, right?
okay, good. So now what I'm telling them is let you finish your point.
I made the point. I hope they remember it.
Okay, Dr. G, and what you saying is valid, right? But this is what you missing.
Wait a minute,
about
2K. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
What you saying is valid.
Period.
Not period.
Comma.
If you need a period, we could use a semicolon. I don't know what that do. Okay. All right. So, Dr. G, what I'm saying is, first of all, you're worried about the wrong thing. You're worried
As
about
a follower. I'm a follower,
as
right?
a follower, yes.
Okay,
You're worried,
go.
You're worried about the skill set that the leader is. You think you need to have for the leader. When the leader gets you, he's going to taper his mind and know what he needs you to do within your skill set. You don't have to worry about what you can do. He gonna do that for you because that's what leaders do. Also, women, and when it comes to picking a potential partner, y'all do this thing, y'all take the path of least resistance. That's why somebody like me is super unattractive, because it's a stern program, right? But I get results. You would rather procreate and be with somebody who you got a little off in. Like you could get in his ear and tell him this and suggest this because it's just not his thing. I know I look mad unattractive to women when I start talking because this is a real program, right? I got real results. And in order for us to get here, you're going to have to follow this. All right, you looking for the shortcut. It ain't no real shortcut that way, baby. I'm sorry.
But here's the thing, I never said anything that indicated that I was looking for a shortcut. I never said anything that made that even implied that I was not someone who could follow a leader.
Dr. G, I want to interject this in what you were saying. Not through it, but one thing you said that caught my attention. You said something about the leader in cultivating the follower, right? But how would the leader be able to understand the follower without listening and etc.? Right?
No.
What was that part that you said? It was something about the leader and the follower.
Well, I was saying that the follower, I was saying because the vetting, me using the word vetting was an issue, right? And so I was trying to sort of talk about why I said vetting, because I believe it goes both ways. I believe that the leader has qualities.
I got it.
Yeah.
So that's the problem, right? The leader, because remember, I think Sean said it. The leader had to be a good follower at one time. Wasn't that said? Did Sean say it or whatever?
Yeah, and I agree with that.
And that's what I'm pinpointing. The roles have been reversed for the leader. I would argue they never been reversed for the follower, nor has the follower had enough examples to vet and substantiate who the leader is. You see, at one time, that leader was a follower. He had to do the things to get on high. Sean didn't just start at as the basilis or whatever the case is, right? He was this, then he was that, then he was this, and he was that. Like we got stages, they got stages, and you literally climb. Right? He know what it's like, but it's not in the inverse in terms of our relationships quite often. And we don't have several examples to which you can glean from. That's the issue, I think. Why the followership is so difficult to achieve at the percent in which we need to be successful.
And so, Hamp, do you advocate for just blind followership? But I guess this would be after you've committed to the relationship. So then it should be just as what. Okay. All right.
It's not deep. I think there should be so.
I mean, because that makes a difference. You know, that makes a difference.
You heard? And then we put so little value in sex. And I'm just like, yo, that level of submission, but now when we standing up, I can't get none. It just seems, I don't know. It just.
But that's two different kind of things, though, Hamp, right? Because it's not going to be like that with sex with your wife.
What you mean?
You're going to always get that from your wife, right? But if it's just a random relationship, frivolity for sake of the explanation, it's just frivolous, right? Then what are you looking for from that person, from that Are you looking for a followership from somebody who you don't care about? It's just frivolous over the relationship you have with your wife or your mate?
What I'm referring to is the vetting process, right? But we're willing to sleep with each other before we meet their parents, before you meet their parents after you get the cheeks. Right? All this stuff is backwards, but I've been inside of you. I've been on top of you. Literally, right? I think that is arguably probably one of the top forms of submission. But then when we standing up, I can't get none of it. It just seems very backwards to me, and it's like we're not processing it correctly.
So another, I
can
do
I ask
require
another question, 2K? I'm sorry. I know you think I talk too long.
yes,
I just
ma'am.
have a
It's okay.
question.
It's okay.
A question. So, Hamp, we've pinpointed this to leadership in a relationship, right? Not leadership in an organization. Is that because it's different in your eyes? It doesn't require the same.
The same what, Dr. G?
The same skill, the same leadership style or skill set or whatever. Do you see it as different in your relationship leadership than if you were like how you are a leader in your business? Is that different?
The qualities are transferable, but yes, it's different. That's why I make sure to give credence to that, right? The relationship with your significant other manifests different than it does with people who are working for you that you have a paycheck to, you know?
Right.
You know, so yes, I have to give credence to that. You know, familiarity breeds contempt. People get comfortable. It's crazy that the nigga that you met 3 months ago, you never wear your bonnet around that nigga. You would never even think about passing gas around that nigga. You don't never go to his house without your toothbrush. Me? 10 years in, you farting, stinking, never got your hair done. Like, we do this shit ass backwards all the time. You heard? And vice versa with the niggas, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? So it sucks kind of. Like, that's how I feel. I feel disheartened. I'm saying feel. Go ahead, 2K.
And that's another thing, Dr. G, when I was talking about picking, right? Because let's say you pick a dude, he's a great leader of his platoon. But that don't mean that all those qualities and intangibles transfer over to the relationship to the point where he can do everything. So he might be a leader in his sector, but that don't make him a great overall leader. Because see, that stuff, they have a handbook. It tell you exactly how to do it, do. Relationship is on the fly. I'm making decisions every day, some wrong, some right. Trying to get it right for both of us. But that's why I do require blind leadership, right? I told my girl, I kind of want you to give me the same faith the size of a mustard seed that you do him. I need that too. Because I promise you, I'm your Jesus. I'm a die on the cross for you. So give me that same faith.
Do you also believe that some of the skills are transferable though?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A lot of it do.
I'd like us to have we don't have to do it now because that might take us down a different rabbit hole, but I'd be interested in hearing what those characteristics are.
A followership?
Okay. The difference in the two.
You know, I had to be a follower way before I was a leader. So, you know.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Me following is when I learned to be a leader. I was taking the good.
I agree with that.
The good from this, and I can't do nothing with that. Oh, now I see how they react to that. So I had the advantage by being a follower. You get the best advantage. I get to watch you make the mistakes. That's why I listen to HAMP. That's why I listen to Sean. That's why I listen to Schroeder. They made the mistakes. I can follow them. And then when it's my time, I'm out in front.
Dr. G.
No, I agree with that.
My bad. Dr. G,
yes, sir.
I'm going to ask you a question, right? In terms of like sports, yo. I know we said this before. This sounds like one of those tropes, right? But competitive sports to where you have to win or lose, be on the team, I think really is valuable to like how we process this shit. Like legitimately, Dr. G, if we end up playing basketball in Houston, I'm going to take instruction from the basketball players, dead ass. And I'm going to take my football shit to where I foul hard as fuck. Right? Where if I foul you, you're going to be sore for sure. Right? But I'm not going to let you hit the ground. That's the rude part. You see? But I'm going to take the instructions from the basketball players. Point blank. You know? Like, I wonder if that's a learned behavior even. You know?
It is a learned behavior. I think that's pretty much what I've been saying this whole time, bro. Because there's a reason why you following these basketball players. I feel like that's what I've been saying the whole time, but I guess I was misunderstood. You feel me?
I think the problem with the conversation is that there's this expectation of outcome when it comes to fellowship. And I think that just trying to base the criteria off of that, the conversation always gets steered to the people who can't lead and the followers saying, you know, well, what about this person who can't lead? What about that person? If you're a follower, then you should have already found a leader that you can submit to because leaders exist. So why aren't you attached to a leader as a follower if you're such a great follower? So I think that that's where everything kind of get lost and convoluted.
Okay.
Because part of the follower's job is when you pick the leader, then you have to submit. If this person has been doing their own leading, then there is an adjustment. So what you're saying is the leadless follower has to find a follower. I get the point. Once you lock in, you lock in. But I'm trying to understand, like, what point are you trying to make?
The point I'm trying to make is like if I'm a leader, right? And I'm not vetting for followers. Followers are vetting for leaders because they need me. I don't need no follower. I could keep moving on and making decisions successfully throughout my life without anybody following suit on what it is that I do. So why as a leader, why as a follower, the conversation is always being diverse or transformed into who is a terrible leader. If you're a great follower, why? Because great leaders exist. Why you as a follower haven't been able to attach yourself to a great leader if you're such a great follower?
Who said that they were great? They're followers, so they're okay. Okay, you got
If
it.
you're trying to be great, say
You
okay.
just asked me a question that I just clarified
No,
what it
no.
was that I was saying.
Part of being a
Understand.
good
I
follower
understand what
is
you're saying.
understand your leader don't need you. Hamp don't need me. Schroeder don't need me. August don't need me. Sean don't need me, and I know that. Right? That's me.
Okay.
Hey, I have to accept that. So let me get my shit together and be as useful as I can, so I can keep following up under their leadership. And this me, I'm a help a little older, but see, I have to still abide by these guidelines because they still got shit that I can grow from.
They need your ideas though.
They don't.
No, they don't.
Because they
They
do.
don't. They
No,
was doing it
no,
before I got
they do not.
here.
Because
They do not need it.
last week y'all said y'all be acquiescent. I said I don't. You know what I'm saying? Because I already got the mathematics, so I don't need no idea. You know what I'm saying? I'm the follower. I'm the leader. My follower, I don't need their idea. You know what I'm saying? But y'all, when y'all follower come to y'all and they got some type of you know what I'm saying? They got some type of gripe about what y'all doing. Sometimes y'all listen to them and y'all switch up what y'all do. I thought that's what y'all was saying, acquiescent.
You use the term need, right? Need is the operative word there.
I mean,
They don't need.
if you changing up what you're doing based on what they telling you or
It's
based on
not
what
a need
they asking
though.
you, then you need that. I mean, like I said, I don't need
Listen,
they
I could taper my program to make it more comfortable for you and your concern, right? Or I could not. I'm still going to get the job accomplished. Now that depends on do I want to have a high morale now or when we get to the finish line, but that's strictly on me. They still need the leadership. I still need the leadership.
The leader don't need nothing from you. They can institute and use whatever it is that you ideas that you have, but the operative word is need. Whether you're there or not,
It's
as
gonna
an
get
employee,
done.
you could be the most super. You could be the most super employee, in an organization, and they fire your ass, and that company's still gonna keep growing and keep moving. So the operative word is need. The leader don't need a damn thing. They accept, but they don't need it, even if it does make the company better.
There was a statement on Paid in Full said everybody want to be the man just cause.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I feel, and I'm saying feel in our dynamics, in terms of our relationships. I think about like when you lock in, right? When you there for somebody, when you supporting their cause, what does that look like? How often does it look like somebody's shout out to Cali is getting hot because you making decisions for everybody? You being getting questioned. Y'all heard of Jonathan, David's
In the
best friend?
Bible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just thinking, yo, like when, somebody locked in, like that's what that shit should look like. But I just
no matter
wonder
what.
why does it feel, and I'm saying feel a lot, right? On purpose, because this is a sentiments conversation, right? Why is it being said so often that, yo, you don't know if your follower gonna be there when you get back? If what happens is too egregious or too tough or too difficult or hard times. And we saw a lady say her husband got fired and she didn't want to help pay no bills. I don't know if y'all remember. He was like an Amazon worker or something.
Yeah.
And it's like a shared overarching sentiment. That's why we're having this conversation, to see how actual this shit is. Do we yo, keep it tall. Do you expect your wife to be there if shit is too hard for too long?
No, I do not. And matter of fact, that's
Save your second point though. I want you to
Okay.
say it 2K, but not yet. I'm just asking a question. Because I know what you say, really, I glean from that too. What your next part of when you say that. But I just want to make sure that the brothers answer. Like, do you expect her to be here if shit get hard? You know what I mean?
Nope.
Expectation, no. I would be surprised. She may, but I don't expect it.
When shit get hard, as far as what?
He said too hard.
I expect her to be there when shit get too hard. You know what I'm saying? We make it out the mud. I expect her to be there when shit get too hard.
I mean, but what is she gonna do otherwise? She been a blind follower. She don't have nothing else she can do. She need a leader. She hasn't been. I mean, what can she do but stay?
My question
she can jump ship.
My question is
and do what?
My question is rooted in the actuals right now, the dynamics of our relationships right now, right? The stick-to-itiveness we know isn't there with a 50% divorce rate, right? And I'm not even implicating anybody. I'm just saying a divorce rate we know people ain't, right. The wind blows. Yeah. Average marriage lasts 7 years. But I'm asking a serious question, because 10-15, I understand your answer. Yeah. I think a lot of us want to say this. I would expect her to be there, but I wouldn't be surprised if she left. Why is that?
Because, like Buddy was saying earlier, it all depends on how many mistakes you make.
Mistakes? Like I did something and it failed? Like, what do you mean? Like, mistake? You saying I'm not doing well? What do you mean?
Yeah, I did something and it failed.
That sound like life. Callie told me yesterday I'm only defeated when I stop trying. But you saying 10 mistakes, she got the right to get up out of there.
Yeah, I said most likely she would get up out of there. But just because, you know what I'm saying, you don't have to make 10 mistakes for shit to get real hard.
Nah, you said that she has the right to get up out of there. I asked you that specifically. I said, how many mistakes are you allowed to? I said, after the 10th mistake, you said she obviously should get up out of there.
Yeah, she gonna
that was
get
your
up out of there,
response.
but you don't have to make 10 mistakes for shit to get real hard. That's what I'm saying. You can make a mistake that's a major mistake, but like I said, you ain't known for making mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody make mistakes. It's only a second mistake, and shit really got fucked up this time. We really down bad this time. So, shit, I trust you to get us up out this shit. Now, if this your 10th mistake, then yeah, I don't expect her to be there.
So that's the second part of what 2K be saying too, right? 2K say, hey, I'm not even gonna, if I'm not be able to do the things I agreed to, I'm a force her out, damn near, benevolently, right? I saw this story, Sean. It's tragic as hell, but it's the most extreme example that you could think of. It was an older guy. He's like 70, Indian dude. He got a daughter and his wife. They live with him, right? His daughter lived with him as well. She's like 28, but she had like cerebral palsy or something, right? And so he lost his job, but he's 70, whatever he was doing, the field wasn't there. This is on this Just Thought Lounge. I saw this. This is a pretty cool channel. He killed them both. And when the police came and got him, he's like, there's no way I'm gonna let my family live on the street. Like I said, it's the most extreme, right? But to see his wife and his daughter on the street is something that he couldn't even bear. Like, you know what I'm saying? He wilding, but like he understood the thing that he was responsible for, right? I think he made a rash decision But you know what I'm saying? Like it just fucking crazy.
Yeah,
you
And
know?
let me say this.
What I was saying, okay.
I know. Let me say this real, because Hemp, I know I told you, bro. Like I told you plenty of times, if my old lady decided to leave me right now, I couldn't even be mad. You know what I'm saying? But only reason why I'm saying I wouldn't be mad is because I was a habitual mistake maker. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't one or two mistakes. So if I only did like one or two things, then yeah, I would be like, well, goddamn, I didn't expect you to take it that hard. But being that I fucked up, I wouldn't be surprised if she left me. Or I would. Well, go ahead.
If she took you back, that's her starting that clock, bro. You the reason why you don't need to be surprised if she leave is because you voided your contract as a man.
That's what I said. I wouldn't be surprised.
But don't let it be for the reasons because you fucked up before that. When she took you back, that shit there was washed. It's washed. It's over. She can't hold it against your record moving forward when she told you that she forgive you. Now, when you don't do what you supposed to do, and that's the reason why this is happening, that's a different story. But my wife don't need to be with no nigga that can't keep his word, that can't take care of his family. I'm giving her walking papers and whatever the fuck she want because I voided the contract. And that's what real leadership look like. I'm not gonna let a piece of rain hit you. All right, here go your umbrella, here go mine. Walk on that way, baby. But that's real leadership. I'm willing to go down on the fucking boat. Here go the life raft. I'm going down with this because this is my fault because I didn't do what I was supposed to. So just like I required that belief in me where I don't even need to explain it. If this motherfucker go down, it's going down all because of me, and it's gonna be my fault and nobody else.
Yep.
Nobody.
I'll say that what I just said, I fucked up. I said if she left me, she should have. I meant to say if she left me, I couldn't be mad. That's what I meant to say. If she left me, I couldn't be mad.
That's what I said.
Cause
I knew that's what you were saying. Remember, I said I could hear that. Feel me? And Strada,
yeah.
I want Strada. You want to say something? I want to ask like a kind of an obvious question, but go ahead if you wanted to say something.
Oh no, you good. I was gonna shift gears to something else. You fine. Let's stay in pocket.
I might. I don't know if I'm gonna shift, but leadership ain't easy, right? Do we have to give that same? Do we have to give that same credence to following, or that's not? That's a false equivalent.
What you said? Leadership ain't easy.
Yeah, leadership ain't easy. Following, is it easy?
No.
Maybe easy is the operative word that needs to change. Okay, and then is any either harder than the other?
Yes, leading is way harder than following.
Okay.
Because I can require.
I think it depends on the follower.
I can require absolute from you with no reason given at all. As the follower, you can't, if I ask you a question, I need an answer. You can't have a choice in not giving me that answer. So leading is way harder than following. Trust me, I have been a leader, and it's way harder than following. When you a follower, you got days off, cuz. As the leader, never can drop that ball.
Doesn't that depend on the leader, though?
Yeah,
if you have days off or not?
For a family?
You don't think that depends on the leader?
What that look like?
No, for a family, no.
I was about to say for me, leading might be a little bit easier because the way I'm leading is based on mistakes I made and based on success I have had. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm telling you to do something, you might not. It might be something that you really don't want to do, but you're gonna have to do it. It's gonna be hard for you to come to the point where you want to do it. See, for me, like I said, it's easy because I'm telling you, this is how the shit worked. I done made the mistake. I done succeeded at it. Go ahead, too good.
You got that bullshit of leadership. See, you got that leadership like the president, where you lead the country, but goddamn, you'll put it out on the vice president and go play golf. See, that's that bullshit. Now, that's you abusing the leadership because you can obviously say, hey, you do this, and you do this, and everything I told you to do was my duties for the day.
Right.
That's the bullshit right there. No. And see, you was in the military, right? We know toxic leadership. We know bad leadership. They will literally have you do everything they supposed to been did, and they'll go take off. They somewhat chill.
Mm-hmm.
So that right there is, to me, one of the weakest form of leadership. Now, I will tell you to do what I was supposed to do, but I'm watching you. I'm trying to see, are you ready to take the next step as the leader? But I'm here with you. I'm walking through it with you. What you trying to do is get a day off.
Yeah, as a leader, I'm telling you what you need to do. Of course, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm telling you what you need to do, and what I'm telling you is going to be successful. It's, like I said, it's going to be easy for me because I done did it before. It's probably going to be hard for you because I know how hard it is to do it, but it's probably going to be harder for you to do it than me telling you to do it.
See, just like when we having sex and Shorty be like, talk me through it. That's when you getting your followers, you need to be there talking them and walking them through it, bro. Your job is to make sure they can do this way easier than you ever could, because you got the knowledge now.
And I
like,
feel
I'm not having my son go through what I went through, and I got the knowledge to prevent him from that. You got to use the leadership the right way. It's power, a lot of it. So don't abuse it.
This is interesting. I've been listening for a while. I got two thoughts. The first thought is I do think it is tough to separate followership, because I think, like you said, we're getting into the followership from the leader's perspective, which is interesting, right? I think that's cool. But I noticed that, and I do want to add that I think that although followership exists, it's not a spectator sport. You don't get the shift from being on the bench, on the floor with me, to then conveniently sit down and judge me from the rafters. I think that it's a forever engaging game, whether you're following in totality or whether you're following with any level of input. I think it's an active thing that you do. I think we treat it too passively when we're talking about followership. This is an active role and an active game with the person you chose to lead you. This ain't as passive as we make it out to be. That's my offerings for now, though.
Listen, but when you the follower, right? You develop in your own way, but it's not to be utilized until you are the leader, right? I'm gonna do as told, but when I'm the leader now, that's when I can take all the flaws that I seen from you and implement it to my leadership.
Oh, so, 2K.
Okay.
Question. Does this transfer, like, you lead your woman is taking your leadership style and imparting on the kids? Is that how that work in a family dynamic?
That's sort of what it is, because you let her know what it is. And then, hey, when I'm gone, you the leader now. So I'm not gonna dictate how you lead while I'm gone, long as you are getting the job asked and it's in the confines of the rules. Now I might say wash clothes, cook, and do this, but you might cook, wash clothes, and do that way.
So 2K,
I was about to say, go ahead.
As a follower, I would disagree with you, because we're not just taking what we're learning from the leaders to use for when we're leaders. We're taking it so that we can be better followers. Like, we're not taking it. So that's the only reason why I would disagree with you on that part.
Absolutely. And I get it. Some people don't take that next step. Some do.
Well, in a household, when you got a spouse, y'all have to have the same mindset, the same like mind. She can't be, having her own separate secret agenda to be able to step into leadership. Eventually, you a follower for life. This how this thing gonna roll. So you gonna have to adopt my ideas, my way of thinking, and then when I'm not there, you push forth my agenda as if I was there, because you are very in line with it.
Definitely level. So I just wouldn't jump to, they will use that when they become leaders. They use it as followers, and obviously the next step is to become leaders as well.
I think he was talking about like in a platoon.
Hey, August, real quick. Hey,
I think it's harder to lead. I think it's hard to lead when your followers got low comprehension skills. What was you about to say?
No, I was saying Tiff had rolled her eyes when August was talking, so I wanted to see why. Tiffy
Minaj?
Tiff Braxton.
Y'all got to chill out. Did I roll my eyes, Hampton? I didn't recognize that.
Yeah, why? He said that they have to be of like mind, and you like rolled your eyes.
Like, no, I mean, you're married. Like mine is the same mind.
Yo,
Like,
is
I
it?
didn't want to. It's that I like even when I'm glad 2K came back and addressed it because I'm just like within a marriage, she's never gonna be the leader. Now, when you talked about the kids, even with the kids, yes, but if there's a decision that needs to be made and you overrule it, you still gonna overrule even on the children. So when we talk about people that have to follow, and notice how Rebecca caught it and how I kind of look like, because that's not the mission. Like that's not it. That's not how this works. Like if we have a goal and this is the goal, and I have certain things like I want to make sure I get all of my things done that are dictated to me and then see if it's anything else that I can do to make it easier for the other person. So when I hear y'all talk about leadership, I'm like, people that are like great bosses, like the company will run by itself because nobody wants to disappoint the boss, because you do want to show up and do the right thing. Like it be things that go on that the leader never knows about just because the followers figure it out. They make workarounds that the leader never knows about because they want to be like, this person treats me well. They're great at this. What can I do to show up for this person in a really good way? So I just question, we're talking about inept followers that if this follower is that bad, like you're the leader, kick them to the side. But if you've got a
Don't train
program,
them up.
like you put where's the pips at? But if in a relationship,
So
there's the pip is like talking, like figuring
Tip,
it out and finding a way for y'all to make it work. But if
tips.
you're go ahead.
So if you was in the military, you know what we'll call you? A spotlight soldier, right?
I don't know what that means.
You like to be highlighted when boss around, when big Sarge around. You like to show that you doing the work and you like that you doing over and beyond, right? When
Mhm.
in if I ask you to do a job a certain way, that's just what I expect. I don't need you to do more than to ask of you. Is it appreciated? Yes, but that's probably not what I'm asking you to do that for, right? I might want to have that task aligned to you for Tuesday because I know it's gonna be a slow week and I just want to keep you busy for a while before I send you home. So you done overstepped the boundaries. Now we got to find stupid stuff for you to do because you done got ahead of the program. Now we got to clean weapons for no reason. And that was like, August, you know I ain't lying, bro.
I know what you're talking about. Yes,
You know
you
what I'm
ain't
saying?
lying. Yeah,
But
You a
you
yeah.
spotlight soldier.
so listen, so what you're saying is you're calling it a spotlight, and I'm sure in the military where you literally said that there's rule books, there's order, and there's expectations, and we're talking about a functioning relationship where there's always working parts and there's not a book, that if me anticipating a need and addressing it is an issue for the leader, that's odd. That's an odd point of view to
no,
take.
well, to Tiff, I think what it is his example is adjacent to the one you use regarding work. So now you transferred back to the relationship, but your example was about work. So he just responded with work.
Yeah, he's talking about military, not on that
He's
the
talking.
way he's saying finding things like
My
in
bad.
corporate America, if I take something off my boss's table, he's not going to say like, oh, well, let me find something else. Like, no, we got other
Yes,
things
he
to do.
definitely
And I
gonna
took
find
something
something else for you
away.
to do.
Because that's the thing,
If you
right?
get
Okay.
done with your work, he not gonna say, well, you can go home today. He finna find something else for you to do.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't. Yeah, we people. I think what he's highlighting is like, right. Well, sorry, I don't think he's saying this. I'm gonna say this. People be overstepping.
Okay.
Like you can really overstep. Maybe that's what makes the leadership thing so difficult, followership thing so difficult in relationships, because you think you have access to all the things.
Eager beaver.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like, hey, if I have a plate of things I'm doing, right, there may be a reason why that's 10th. Don't make it 2.
Mm-hmm.
Tiff, you ever heard somebody say that's above my pay grade?
There you go.
That's one of our favorite phrases.
Yeah.
There you go. Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
If somebody, this is it, Dr. G, right? If the person think they could be the leader, following gonna be damn near impossible.
Yeah.
Or should be the leader. Sorry, not think they could be. Should be the leader. Following will be damn near impossible. Every time you make a mistake, they suck in their teeth. This nigga.
That's a fact.
Then they watch This Might Be Risky, so they be like, man, put this nigga in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Yo, like that gotta be the crux of the matter, Dr. G. If we getting married,
I don't know. I'm listening intently. I don't know.
I'm saying, if we've been getting married at 30, right? You've been doing your thing 30 by yourself and all that. Shit, come on, man. To get under another nigga banner?
Relax, baby. That's it. I just want you to relax, man. Big Daddy got this, man. When I need you, you'll be summoned. And thank you in advance. Like, I'm literally trying to take problems off of your plate. That's why I'm here.
It sounds good.
That's the goal.
It's hard to be a follower when you think you need to be heard all the time, too.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Damn, yo, I don't know, man. This followership is hard, bro.
It is, bro, because they hard-headed, but I get in trouble for saying that, bro.
So how are
they feel like they need to be heard all the damn time. Like, just trust me what I'm saying. You ain't gotta say nothing, you don't need to say nothing, just follow my lead. But a lot of women, well, people in general feel like they need to be heard all the damn time.
And don't think that dudes not even adjusting. Like, you got dudes even explaining the program now. But after explaining it, I got to hear about your critique of my plan now. I think it'll be better if you did this and this and this.
Facts. I don't need to hear your opinion, you feel me? Just trust what I'm telling you.
I just need the same faith you give Jesus. I need that, baby. The size of a mustard seed. Give it to me. You ain't never met him.
Yo, maybe the super chat's got some answers, man. Maybe the super chat's got some answers. Triple Black with a $2 says Super Saver Sean activated. Sean ain't said nothing in an hour. Triple Black. Yo, he just got here. This is literally the last super chat that we got. This one. Yo, Unc be streaming with the $5 says, notice how a convo about followership is 90% about leadership. FYI, you can't train the untrainable. Some people just can't follow, and it's not on the leader. Damn.
He must be watching that. He must be catching up.
Yo, Triple Black, you like 3 hours behind, but I don't even know what Sean said, though.
What time they say? Nothing.
Just my 4 cents with the 2000. It's harder to carry out a task you disagree with. Luo Duo with a $5 says following is easier because it's devoid of accountability, as you can tell from how this conversation started. Just my 4 cents with the $2 says Malcolm X was not a great follower, and it cost him. Just my 4 cents with the $5 says, ladies, was Jesus really a great leader? And yes, how? If yes, how so? All right, y'all want to respond to this quickly? No?
That's a good ass question. I like to think not.
No?
Ladies?
You said ladies. That's
but, yeah. Okay. But yeah, I want to throw something out there. Like the slaves suffer way more than Jesus, but all right.
Hold on. Construct Icon with the $2. If you build, they will come. King Nova with the $2 says, men know how to be followers and leaders. MC Heavy Tits was popping with the $5 says, hello to the panel in chat. Great conversation. Just my 4 cents with the $5 says, you are a great leader to her as long as she can lead from the back seat and make decisions with no consequences. Unc be streaming with the $5 says, leaders and followers have symbiotic relationships, but on YouTube, all of the responsibility falls on men 99% of the time in the panel conversations. King Nova with the $2 says, Dr. G want to be equal. She don't like her spot. Unc be streaming with the $5 says, when Beyonce said she like a big ego, it was cool. But now we have a problem. Women love a confident man until his confidence offends her. Brother Number, salute, my brother. Be streaming with the $5 says the best leader in the world can't lead a person that's set in stone not to follow. All you can do is lead them to their own. Solo dolo. Nas with the $10 says leadership being coronated based on successful results alone doesn't edify leaders nor followers' character. That can only be assessed without success. Success hides flaws. Be streaming with the $2 says followership is just as important as leadership. Be streaming with the $5 says the reason people dodge the concept of followership in relationships is because it don't target the men. It don't fit the pander/men bad rhetoric. Nas with the $5 says also conditional followership renders the leaders to the whims of the follower. Yeah. And then standards become compromised, relegated, and volatile. Mike Brown with the $2 says no, you see us as equals in that instance. Big Aaron with the $2 says talk your shit, Marine. Freeze on Lou with the $5 says question: does the partnership dynamic interfere or complement with leader/follower dynamic? Are those two different combos? I think they go hand in hand. I think the partnership, as you put it in quotes, I think it would interfere.
Lou, I had to get my I'm sorry, he said talking shit. I had to get my oorah. My mic was muted when he said it. My bad.
Luo
that's the one yesterday. Oh, my bad.
I'm almost done. Luo with the $5 says HAMP. Hey HAMP, what's popping? You also know that the kids that don't want to be there are the hardest to coach. See what you did there. Darius with the $5 says Sean Estrada, be easy tonight on us weakers, please, and thank you. Luo with the $10 says we tend to confuse a leader with a persuader. People will not follow if they don't want to do it unless they are forced. Then we go down another rabbit hole of the dictator. Pick your choice. Dark Lake was popping with the $2 says facts, DJ, and shout out to the panel. I don't know who was trying. Oh, real quick. AL with the $5 says, have you ever had to lead a group of subject matter experts? Have you ever been a follower when you're smarter than leaders in certain areas? Yep. I guess you're saying what's your overarching point? Disrespect them, question them, overtalk them in a meeting. What do you do? Try to embarrass them? What do you do? Like how do you treat the person? Me, I'd work and do what I had to do until it was time. All right. And within the confines of what I was asked to do, I did it better than everyone. In which case I had opportunity to do what the leader was doing. And in which case I did it. All right, guys. But this is work. This is not how this works. This is work. So we keep conflating work until we conveniently we want to or when we don't. Right? Like Dr. G said, we suck at vetting, but if you're vetting, you already know these things and you still agreed. So now what? I get to be a dickhead follower?
No.
How does this work?
Mm-mm.
You know?
No, if you chose the leader, you have a responsibility there. I'm just wondering if and I use the word vetting out, I'll keep it there. I just wonder if that was the part that wasn't done properly. And so you decided to follow somebody who you can't follow, hence causing this problem. You know what I mean?
No, Dr. G, and this is what I'm questioning. The follower is the problem. That's the point of this convo.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay, I thought you said that you picked the wrong. Okay, so you're saying
you chose to follow somebody who you can't follow, and that's the problem.
That's the thing
that you're not.
Okay, that's what I was pushing back on. The can't thing.
Oh,
these are conscious decisions.
They don't have this. Well, you don't think you don't. They don't have the skill to follow. They don't have the skill to take direction. They are not amenable to what you're saying.
Oh, I
you
thought
see what I'm saying?
They chose the wrong. So you're saying they don't have the skill. They're inept.
Right. Okay. I proposed that back before. How do they? I mean, because it seems like we're saying that they should already know what they're supposed to do. 2K then offered, and I think August 2, just do what I say. So like you don't have to know anything. You don't have to. You don't have to know anything. But I never heard anybody say anything about that.
Yeah,
it's just that the follower is inept, but nobody said anything about the leader teaching.
No, the 2K. Sorry, 2K. He didn't say they don't know. He's saying they don't got to think about anything. right? The things are already in place. She could turn her brain on when she with him. Remember, he said that a million times, right? He also know the thing that he asked her to do, she gonna do him to a high degree, right? See, this is the thing that's kind of being missed, right? People are making conscious choices not to be good followers.
See, I don't think that's always the case, though, Hamp. I guess
Always, I would
that's
agree, not always, but I think the majority
I
of the
don't
time.
I don't think it's the majority of the time that that's happening. I think people really do lack they lack the ability to follow directions. They lack the ability to select a program that's going to be something they can actually follow. They looking for other things instead of vetting this person as to whether or not I can be on their program. You know what I mean? I don't think the majority of people are just being defiant.
Can I add something to that? The premise that is that I think is being made, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is almost as if the leader need the follower as much as the follower needs the leader. Is that the idea or the thought process? Because if that
Well, I
is,
wasn't thinking that. I wasn't thinking that when I was just speaking, but as you say it out loud, what are you leading if you don't have followers?
I mean, I can lead myself. You know, if you following
No,
me, then I'm adding some type of value to your life,
no,
which
no,
is
no.
why
But
you're following me.
so I guess I'm speaking specifically to the notion that leaders don't need followers. Followers need leaders, but leaders don't need followers. You said that, right? And
Right.
I beg to differ. If you don't, if no one is following you, you can't constitute yourself as a leader.
So if
The
no one,
very nature of being a
and
leader means you have a followership.
I can agree with that, but we're talking about the
Oh,
premise of the dynamic of the relationship between a leader and, like, I can't classify myself as a leader without a follower. That's true. I can give you that. But I'm
okay.
talking about the dynamic in the relationship between the leader and the follower. Who needs
Uh-huh.
who? I would need you to be a leader, but as far as what I would need from you as a follower, the dynamic of that relationship is I honestly don't need anything from you as a leader for you to be my follower. Does that make sense? I'm adding value to your life. So because what you're doing, it's almost like this premise of you're vetting me to add value to your life. Like you're vetting me to give you, you know what I'm saying, some guidance and cultivate who you are. You're vetting me for that process instead of, you
Yeah.
know, it being the
August,
other way
I
around.
think that I hear your
So if the
point. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Dr. G.
Good.
Well, I was just going to ask them, if the follower is not adding anything to your life, then what do you need them for? What are they there for?
I don't want her.
I might need you to carry on the next generation or the legacy, or like that matters, right?
But that's adding something to your life, yes?
Invaluable, bro.
It not really. I just need to make
Oh,
sure you got this piece of knowledge to carry on to the next. Like, let's say me and you is in a thing, and I know it, Dr. G. I'm bringing you along to make sure that you can get this knowledge to the next generation of people because I'm for the leave.
Like I Am Legend when he got blown up, but he gave the girl the thing, and she made it to
I
the
don't
where it was
remember that
cold
movie.
at. Okay, yeah.
I don't remember that.
Remember, he gave her and her son the mixture that actually healed the girl that was on the table, the zombie that was on the table. And Will's okay. Y'all got the potion now. Y'all leave, and then he blew himself up. Remember? Yeah, that's exactly what 2K saying.
She thinking with an ungrateful mind right now.
Damn.
All right, so I got this question right here, man. Would this make you a bad follower? Because I think good followers, they don't give too much pushback and they take accountability. So if you're one of those leaders where it's like, no matter what I say, you do as I say, but the follower know it's wrong, the follower do what you tell them to do, things go wrong, they don't want to take accountability. Would that be a bad follower for not wanting to take accountability?
Wait.
Responsibility.
No, I
No, I'm
think you're
talking
kind of
about
talking to what I was talking to earlier about, like, even though I
well,
know that it's wrong, but I still follow because what I'm saying is logic, but just letting the leader kind of learn from their mistakes. No,
Yeah.
that wouldn't make you a bad follower.
no,
That's
but
a
I'm
great
saying
follower.
something went wrong though.
Yeah, no.
But you don't want to take accountability for what went wrong. Would that make you a bad follower
No, I don't need to
for
take
not
accountability
wanting to
because
take
he already.
accountability, even though you knew it was wrong?
We can't
Yeah,
say we
it's
can't
not
keep
my
saying
problem.
we can't keep saying following is hard, right? And then want to make the easy choices and decisions every time. Like this the thing, right? There's things that you gonna have to do, right? It's a part of the game. It's a part of the process. You have to do the things you don't want to do. You have to do the things that you don't agree with. This is a difference between
That's
Sean.
what makes it hard. That's what makes
Yeah.
it hard.
Yeah, because we fighting it, right? But that's the job, though. You see?
Right.
That's what makes Sean better than 90% of other entrepreneurs. Because he get up at 4 o'clock so he can walk around the park and shit so he can start working at 4:30. Motherfuckers do the things they don't want to do, but the followership we have now think they got a choice when it get too hard, it get too tough, or it's something they don't agree with. They think they disagree while doing it. Imagine that. They think they can disagree in front of people. Imagine that. They think they could talk shit behind your back. Imagine that. They think they could tell your mom what you did wrong. Imagine that. Her mom.
Now what I'm saying is,
hold on, let me finish with Millen. She think her dad could turn the TV in your house. Imagine that.
You mean turn the channel?
Yeah.
You can't turn over that doorknob.
Yeah.
Come on, y'all.
Way out there, motherfucker.
My dad came to my house. He said, "What we watching? Football, nigga. We not watching fucking westerns." Out of here.
Your dad watch westerns, bro?
Nah, he only watch movies though. He watch football because he be betting, but he really just want to watch movies all day. You know what I'm saying?
My grandma used to watch westerns. That's how we used to watch it at the crib, bro.
Yeah.
10:15. Are you talking about if the leader makes the mistake and the follower knew that it was a mistake?
If the leader telling them to do something that they know is a mistake, not think like, yo, I think that this is a bad idea. I'm talking about the leader is giving them an order that they know is bad.
Mm-hmm.
And once they do this, they don't want to take accountability. Do that make you a bad follower?
No.
That the leader doesn't want to take accountability?
The
Question is
follower
loaded.
don't want to take accountability.
It's
like,
not my no.
I
That's
knew
not how
this
that
shit
works.
was fucked up. What?
Yeah. So
the
that's the leader's accountability to take. Not
but
the followers.
But the leader,
the order
that's on the leader still.
By
That's
him
still
being
the
the leader, it
All
falls
he
on
He's
him.
accountable. He's
All he
accountable.
point out is that
Nobody's
there are
going to go to the lowest person on the job and blame them.
2K. We're getting closer now. Followers got to do shit that they don't like and be quiet. Right? And right?
Yeah, that's why I said it's harder to be a follower.
No, it ain't harder because the leader that they attach
you making it
to,
hard.
Yeah. Yo, I fucked that up. My bad. That ass. Because the leaders that we want to be as men, when it's good, we say we. When it's bad, we say me.
Thanks.
What you alluding to, 1015, is a nigga who's saying we when it's all fucked up. Know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm telling you, word is born, son.
I was just trying to get y'all trained of thought of what a bad
Nah, that ass. But all y'all need to play football. Yo, coach will call some shit, bro. Right? I'm like, why, bro? It's 3rd and 6. I know they running the screen. Why you got us blitzing? Right? I know. I watch film too all day because if I didn't, I would not play good because I wasn't the biggest, strongest, or the fastest. But you know what I do? Run through that A gap like I'm trying to kill something. And they throw the screen behind my head and the coach be like, my bad. But I go hard because that was the ask. But it's like we can't do that in our relationships.
You run it like you agree with it.
Yeah, like exactly.
That's what I was. That was the analogy for the leg. That was the analogy for the leg.
Nah, don't you
just be the best left leg.
But did you tell him that they was running the screen?
That damn leg, boy. I swear to God.
Did you tell him? Did you tell him they was running the screen?
Coach ain't gonna. Hey, you gonna find yourself by yourself.
Yeah,
on the bench.
calling the defense. I'm calling the defense, right? And I'm saying, boom, boom, boom. He say, whatever our signals were, right? And I'm like, all right, fuck it, maybe he knows something. You know what I'm saying? And then I go bat shit through the A gap. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I got you.
And I can hear my father hit the quarterback regardless. So I always hit the quarterback, get a penalty. So it's just all bad. You know what I'm saying? But coach said go through there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know. Now 10-15.
You didn't get the sack, nigga. You should have got the sack, nigga.
I couldn't get there. They wanted me to go through. That's how the screen worked. They want you to go through.
They want you to go through.
Look at this though.
That's what a fucked up coach telling you. Nigga, you should have got the sack. Nigga, you take accountability for that shit.
He knew he fucked up because he a football coach. Now here's the thing. My coach used to say this. Shout out to Coach White. If you go outside my guidelines and you make a play, I ain't gonna say nothing to you. But as soon as you fuck up, you will be next to me for the rest of the game. He don't give a damn what game it is. Nigga, it could be the championship, best player on the team. If you go outside his program, you will be standing next to me for the next 48 minutes. So if you make the play, he say, okay, all right, okay.
All right, little nigga. All right.
You know, that made me think about made me think about in a relationship when your wife is picking her battles. And that's what I was, I remember last time me and 2K was talking. There's a certain level where it's like, I'm telling her what to do, but if she feels so strongly about this, because you can't feel strong about everything, this the hill you want to die on. It's like picking your battles, because sometimes I may need to reevaluate and look at something. You don't like that?
Sometimes it's disgusting.
Oh, the word, yeah. Well, I mean, not often.
But honestly,
not often,
happens, right?
They're very, very seldomly.
It happens, bro.
Yeah. Now 2K. Here's where I want to, because we got the followership got it. We got to be clean in the leadership aspect, right?
Yeah.
There's things we know that we need assistance with, right? There's things we know that we need clarity on. As a leader, you talk first, right? Now the follower can still be in their role regardless.
Right.
Yo, this not my fault. Like you dating Dr. G. And it's about some nerd shit, school shit, whatever. Doc wife, Doc girlfriend, whatever. You bring it to her first and let her do her expert thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
It is what it is. I mean, like if you don't get it by now,
shit fucked up.
If you don't get it by now, cause you just ain't gonna get it. And I mean, you gonna work harder because of it. It's gonna be harder life, bro. That's one thing I hate is a hard head motherfucker. Wife, kids, it don't fucking matter. If you hard headed, good luck.
That's when I feel like leadership become hard. When you fucking with a hard head motherfucker, a motherfucker who can't comprehend some shit. That's when I feel. But if you get in total cooperation, I feel like
it can't be hard if you got total cooperation.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. If you get in total cooperation, I don't think being a leader is hard. I think it's gonna be harder for that follower because they're gonna want to do some shit they don't want to do.
Good luck with that.
Cooperation.
You know what I'm saying?
I only have the context of leadership from work, not the relationship, because I wasn't the leader in the relationship. But in the context of the workplace, you'll never have 100%, buy-in. It just doesn't work that way. It's always going to be somebody, that needs more.
Work is a little different. It's more competitive.
That's why I asked the question earlier, 2K, about the characteristics between the two, right? Work and the home, because I don't think we have a context. I know I don't, for what that is in the home. But I do for work. But y'all said there's some overlapping qualities, but it's not the same.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if you got good organization skills, that transfer to the house easily. Like, good structure. Because the way I got my kids, I line my kids up from oldest to youngest, and I tell them to turn around. Tell my others to turn around. I say, tell my second one, this is who you take your advice from. Tell my little young boy, he take advice from his sister, and that's how I go up the hierarchy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
it's called small leader unitship. Leader unitship. Yeah.
I just want all of them to learn, like, from follow. Because my daughter, she came to me, my second daughter, she came to me and was like, hey, Dad, my brother won't listen. I said, now you see how your sister feel when you won't listen to her. So now she a better listener to her sister because she wants to be heard when she's leading.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah,
I do the same thing in my house.
Yep.
Same thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Now, I don't know if I can get that mama right, bro. I think we might have some. Shit.
What it does
Why is mom not being a good follower?
Oh,
What's the problem?
she follow, but she's stubborn. You know what I'm saying? It's like
She asking you questions.
sometimes she will.
She done got comfortable.
She pushing
Sometimes
back.
she will. It's listen. So with certain soldiers, you kind of adopt them. Like you know how to lead them. You can't lead them like the rest. The wife, that's just who she is. A good leader is recognizing that. Not me bending the knee to her, but just recognizing instead of me yelling, I gotta pull her to the side and talk to her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
but what you just said, what you just offered is leading certain followers is not going to be the same process as leading others.
Right, but the goal is the same. Everybody don't get treated like the quarterback.
No doubt. The goal is the same, followership.
Yeah. Everybody don't get treated like the quarterback on the team now. It come with perks, but it come with more responsibility. So my wife got more responsibility. So it come with a little hearsay, a little leeway. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that tonight either. You giving the followers leeway?
A little bit. A little bit. You can't, bro. Honey, vinegar. Which one you catch more with the goddamn the bee with?
Flies. Yeah.
Okay, with the fly with. So yeah, you know it. I'm not saying I'm bending my program. I'm not saying I'm negotiating with the terrorists at all times. But listen, when America talking to Iran, the conversation I like, bitch ass nigga, you better do this, nigga. They having a conversation.
2K, I gotta help you, right?
Okay.
What his wife is getting has been earned.
Okay, that's better.
You start with unbecoming behavior and expect grace. That's not how nothing should work. You know? But as you develop that relationship and you start to see it, right, now that grace should actually be enacted. You know?
Right.
But you do that too early, you know, you give a nigga an inch, you take a mile. Initially, I'm not letting shit slide, bro. Cause you can't. Cause you gotta set the proper precedent. And then as you guys start to commune together, then you probably pull back a little bit. You know?
Okay.
So I'm just, you know, like think about it. I want you to follow me, right? And because I know it's about results, even though we're trying to get out of that, I'm broke. Nigga, fuck out of here. I can't start off broke. 10 years I can get broke, maybe, right? I could fall in a hard time, but month 2 I'm broke. Nah, you ain't going for that. Year 10, you might be like, okay, babe, I seen you shine. But month 2, nah, bro.
That's a rocket, motherfucker.
Yeah, so I'm just, it works both ways when you think about it, you know.
That's
so when you guys admit that month two, that would be a problem with blind leadership, right? Month
Absolutely.
2.
You shouldn't. He shouldn't be your leader at month 2. Like,
wait a minute, say that again. Hold on, back up. Say that again.
Month 2, he is not your leadership. He is a temp worker.
Let me help you, Dr. Let me help you, 2K, again. But also,
he doing it again.
Yeah, but also
he doing that shit he like to do.
But also, you don't fuck them.
Oh well, yeah, you fucked up at that point. Like.
See that's the part they keep leaving out. See,
yeah.
2K said the context is you already let them clap that ass. You might as well be your blind leader.
Oh yeah.
But see, we keep wrong. Oh, come on, month 2, you know it.
Hey, see, y'all putting a whole bunch in.
This the reality.
Nah. I'm thinking 3 months in, like none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like he a temp worker at that point. But the minute you letting them bust raw and shit, like, hey, cuz, what you don't trust this nigga with? You just had your life.
Come on, man.
No, I was thinking in terms. I thought you were talking in terms of a new relationship, not one that you'd already cracked or none of that. So,
I never understood like a chick.
When he said 2 months, you shouldn't be. That's what I thought about. It's like, that's a new relationship.
Dr. G, come on now.
She belligerent,
what
man.
Did I
we
say
had
wrong
this talk
now?
today, man.
What you about to make an issue out of now?
Let me ask you a question. How many niggas you thinking waiting 2 months in this landscape?
I don't know, Hemp.
A lot of these niggas
I
might.
don't know.
Yeah,
They wait.
If you can't give me the month 3,
I
you
mean,
not girlfriend.
I don't know what
material.
they doing in the meantime, but they wait. They still come around, even though they not cracking.
They are cracking overwhelmingly.
Well, I'm just saying they might be doing something else somewhere else, but I'm saying, you know,
I'm saying in the earth. I'm saying.
I feel like that's a different conversation, though. I don't know.
No, it's the same. I'm saying in the earth. What percentage of you niggas you think is waiting 2 months to access?
I wouldn't even have a clue.
A lot.
I wouldn't have a clue.
That's like
A lot. But what you said, Hemp, about the
But I
money,
would think that
that's
there
what
are
I was-
men that value waiting and getting to know who they getting involved with. I think there are probably men out there like that. Don't you agree? Or no?
Out there? I mean,
I'm
yeah,
doing whatever you let me do.
My agreement is weak because you saying out there. Sure, I can agree. I think it's the overwhelming minority.
Oh, okay.
Minority.
I have to take y'all word on that.
Minority? I don't know about that, man.
Yeah, for sure. Because here's the thing: the women ain't waiting. See, y'all keep missing that part.
Oh, that's a fact. That's what I'm about to say. These niggas be lame, bro. But what you said about the money, though, that's what I was saying earlier, bro. You got to have an accomplishment for a bitch to follow you, bro. The money is the accomplishment.
There's not proof of concept when it comes to leadership. Like, I'm a bullshit ass.
It can't be the money. You gotta have more than that.
No, I was talking about how he said if you ain't got no money, then she ain't gonna follow you. Now, if you know what I'm saying, if you 10 years in, she follow you, then you know what I'm saying, hit a hump.
You gotta have more than money.
Well, I was just speaking to the fact that he said if you don't have money, she ain't gonna follow you.
Right.
I don't know. Some people you do. All you gotta do is have money. I mean, what else you gotta have? What else you need? As long as you got a stream of revenue coming in, what else you need?
Character.
Okay, character. I believe that.
Accountability.
Intelligence.
Accountability for what? Intelligence? No.
If I'm doing something wrong and I make a mistake and I'm not accountable for it, there's no way for me to make an adjustment to improve.
Yeah, that's the talk I had with Dr. G today, because we had like this little rating game, and Dr. G, she thought she was perfect.
Here we go.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey,
that ain't true. Y'all gonna stop this. Y'all gonna stop this.
What game, Dr. G?
Today.
Huh?
What game?
It takes Charlotte to tell you. I'm telling you right now.
Y'all gonna stop that. That ain't. I never. Wow.
If you're not in the Discord, bro, you missing it, man.
That's a fact. We got 5 minutes. Let's play. Come on. What's the game?
You had to. Oh,
Strata, go for it, Strata.
It was going on. So here's how the game went. Progress report based on how the other gender perceived you. Not how you perceived yourself, how the other gender perceived you. We gave categories and we let the opposite gender grade how you were perceived in the Discord.
Okay, let's play.
Mm-mm.
Come on.
Let's do it. Oh,
how's it go? So if we got Tiff on the table, how'd it go?
No, Tiff not playing.
Yeah,
no, Tiff don't got to play. You just need a man to grade Tiff.
No.
Yeah. It could be any man.
I'm a whole wife. Don't grade me.
Yeah, Tiff
I'll do it.
You gotta tell us how you feel. We thought the grade. That's what he was saying.
No, it sounded like he said.
No, you don't grade yourself. The opposite gender grades you.
So what are the categories?
Oh shit!
Ask the questions. I'll do Tiff, bro.
No, you won't. Definitely not you.
No, if she don't want to participate, 2K, like
she don't have to do nothing. This is what I really think of her. Ain't nothing she can stop there because she married a single.
Okay.
I would prefer not. And if anybody do it, Hemp, you can go. But nah, let's just keep it above.
See, and this crazy right here. Like, how good of a person you are if you don't want to see the perception of what somebody think about you.
I don't care what you think about me.
And it shouldn't matter if I think it then. So Charlotte, let's go with the question. Let's go with the question.
Hey,
that's
what we doing
earlier? The source matters.
Exactly.
Hey, what we doing?
You know what I'm saying right here?
It just be crazy because like Tiff be giving niggas the blues, boy. Tiff literally came up with this shit. Weakers, less than smart, all types of shit. And now she don't even know the category. She be like, not 2K. She reflecting
and to be
on.
honest, I think highly of Tiff.
I know, but she's so worried because all the shit she be talking.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay demure. 2K. I'm trying to be classy. You say something
You
crazy,
can
I'm gonna jump
He
out
ain't
my
gonna say no.
skin.
He ain't gonna say no
And that's
crazy. All right, go.
cool.
She's straight now because she
Go-
knows she be
go,
giving niggas
Strider.
the blues.
All right,
Strider.
let's do it. Let's
She
do it.
knows
So
she
for
be
the
giving
category
niggas
for
the
women,
fucking.
And it's not
A
offensive.
being,
Okay.
yeah, it's not. A being great, F being terrible. What would you grade Tiff's attractability?
I would say A- when she got on her little Nicki Minaj ponytail, but on the regular, I say B.
Okay. Another thing that men look for in women. What about her marriageability?
Marriageability. After hearing her today, she marriageable, but she's an overstepper. I'm gonna go C. C minus. C
All right.
minus.
What would you give her for her thought process, how she thinks?
Oh, she getting a D.
Why you say that? You
Summer
with D?
school. I don't need Tiff to think. I think that's when bad shit happens.
Okay. All right. And the last thing that men, wanting a woman, cooperability. How cooperable do you think she is?
Ooh. Listen, she kept right. She's somebody's wife, so I got to give her a C plus. You know what I'm saying? I just think that he got a high tolerance. Yeah. So, and that's the game right there.
Yeah, that's it. That's the
Now,
game.
Dr. G gave me not F's, Hamp. She gave me failure.
Failures.
Failure, bro. On the same categories.
Failure, not F. Failure, nigga, the whole word.
Yo, failures is crazy. That's a
I was
fun.
dying
That's actually a
laughing,
pretty
bro.
fun game, though. Especially because you gotta consider what they saying, right? Because it's based on experience.
Yeah, and so this was the thing. He started off by asking people how they thought about themselves.
Yeah,
Right?
that's what I thought he was talking about.
And it'll be everybody going A plus, A plus, A plus. Think about CJ. Think about what CJ think about himself versus what the world think about CJ.
Yeah.
And that's how we came about with that method right there.
I ain't gonna lie, I would have gave myself a little bit lower because when I first hopped on, I was talking from the point of view of a leader. I wasn't talking from the point of view of a follower. So I think I was talking from a different point of view. So niggas was like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? But I can definitely grade a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Go Dr. G, man.
Who I'm Dr. G? What's the question?
Let's see.
Let's see how this goes. Let's do it.
What's the question?
All right, 10, 15.
Bro?
Same thing. What grade would you give Dr. G with attractability?
I'm definitely giving her a B plus. B plus.
B plus. Okay. Marriageability.
She getting an A. You know what I'm saying? She got that goddamn. She's a doctor. You feel me? I feel like she could. She can cooperate. I feel like hey man, look, I'm saying hey,
cooperability. All right, so now that's the next one. Cooperative. How cooperative is she? What grade would you give her?
I feel like when niggas told her to chill, I feel like she chilled. I'll say a B.
Okay.
No,
what
no,
about?
What
about thought process?
It's the same Dr. G.
He's swaying the grades. He's swaying the grades. This ain't right.
This the reason why I said a B. She was like jumping in and over talking niggas and shit like that. But I feel like when she heard niggas say,
she stopped talking when Hamp jump in.
I
love you, right?
Well, I guess I feel like she would cooperate with me.
I was cutting him off.
When Hamp was like, hey, chill out. She would chill out. You know what I'm saying? Like when she heard him, of course. know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's hard to hear. So when they start talking, they just talking. But when she heard,
This is
it was
why.
like,
All right,
Hey,
one
stop
more
10,
10,
15,
15.
man. Stop him.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I got. Hey, hell, let me get one more. Here's an asterisk one.
I'm talking about with
Grade,
you, I think she was
great, yeah, but grade Dr. G's fellowship.
Fellowship?
Yes.
Do I feel she will be a good follower? C plus. It'll be hard, but I think she'll come around.
By come around, you mean show up?
I'm talking about after,
like,
it's
See
definitely
you,
good.
with all
It's
them
definitely
antics, you
hold
be
on, but
swaying how people voted. I could have got a B minus out of him, but you did all the stand up and the action.
I say this.
Okay,
I
I could have got a B minus.
I say this. Maybe C, because we might have to debate, but she might come around to what a nigga is saying. You know what I'm saying? Because I will refuse.
They got lower 10, 15?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I go see.
She went from a C plus to a
It's
C.
2K fault.
I go see.
All right, man.
Hey, man. You should have heard what she Doc G talk. She talked
Now,
to shit on me.
one of the dudes got to get done. You can't just be the ladies up here.
Okay, we got who's that? Miss Infamous? I can't see the name.
What you talking about?
Becca.
Pit Famous?
Rebecca.
Okay, so Becca, and this work with limited knowledge of the person.
Yep.
So
yeah, somebody do Becca, but you got a good.
Becca got to do somebody.
You got a good report card, Dr. G. You know what I'm saying?
All right, last one.
Thank you.
Hey, choose a dude.
I was about to say, I mean, she might as well get done because she the only woman
Sean.
that got done. But
no.
All right, let's do it. Hey, Becky, you ready?
Oh, I'm doing it.
Yeah, you great and Sean.
Oh, Sean.
Look, Sean stood up.
Okay, light skin. All right.
Let's do it. Attractability.
And you said it's grading on the A to F, right?
A to F.
Okay.
That boy, you got a bald
I would give
head.
Sean for attractive. What?
Bald headed. I'm just ad libbing. Go ahead.
Man, get out my bald head, brother.
Y'all swaying the grades.
Get out my
For
bald head, brother.
attractability, I would give Sean a B.
Okay. Charisma.
If you ain't seen none, don't lie about it.
Charisma.
This is a good fool.
I would give him like a B plus for charisma.
Okay. His thought process, the way he thinks.
He be roller coastering. He be knowing how to maneuver. That's not a bad thing, Sean. It's not a bad thing. But he be maneuvering. I would give him an A just because he knows how to like flow through the conversation for sure. So.
Marriageability.
I know, Sean. That's the problem. I would give him like I would say a C plus. C plus.
Okay. And the bonus one, his fellowship.
Oh, ugh.
I know 2K was like, what? Yeah, right? Yeah, curveball. I can explain why I asked her fellowship specifically, but great fellowship.
I know what that grade better be.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Come on, Becca.
I know.
Get that nigga F and get it over with. Fuck it.
I don't want to say F. I don't think he's a bad follower for sure. I'm gonna give him a B just based off of what I know. I'm gonna give him a B based off what I
like it. Now, Peep was so crazy. Even subconsciously, me asking Rebecca to judge Sean's fellowship, everybody face kirked up. Why? Because you was expecting me to shift it and ask you the greatest leadership, correct?
Yeah.
But didn't earlier we just say great leaders are great followers?
Yeah.
Why did that make everybody get uncomfortable? Nobody did it when I asked about who was it? Dr. G's fellowship. Nobody was like, what? Why you ask that for?
What? it was
Why we
just
do that, Hemp?
curveball was we was asking her, like, could he be a follower?
Mm-hmm.
I guess for her is what I first thought about. But now when you say it like that, if he's a good leader, he was gonna be a good follower.
Yeah.
I get
But
it.
in the dynamic between the two, yeah.
What's up, HQ? Good to see you, man. Hope all is well. HQ over there grinding. Okay. The petty politic. We got a rebrand. Okay. Salute the HQ in the building, man. Ninja Cool with the 10 ounces. Good old patriarchy. Shut up and work. AL with the $5 says most relationships nowadays are transactional, which changes the dynamics of leader/follower. The follower is out for self, path of least resistance. MC Heavy Tits with the $10 says the majority of women don't want to be follower. We want a leader that will let us feel like we are leading without the responsibility. AL with the $2 says being a follower takes a level of humility. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Hey, man, dope show. I think we did okay. I got to watch this back, man. It seems like it's impossible to make it only about followership. Leadership come into play over and over and over, man. The dynamics we have today, I think it's very difficult to achieve this, man, to the efficiency level that we need to be successful as a community. So I'm kind of doubtful about this one. Sean, any final thoughts? Okay,
Great show. Shout out to me.
There you go.
It's a great show, man. Shout out to me for not falling asleep, man. You know what I'm saying? I was amazing tonight in that respect. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Every time I look down at my phone, I think I'm falling asleep. I'll be multitasking.
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy, man. But great show.
Word. That's a fact. 10-15, what up?
Hey, just for the record, my bad. Sometimes I want y'all to know, I don't announce this, but I challenge myself to pick a side and stay there. And sometimes it's easy to stay in character. Sometimes it's hard to stay in character. So, yeah.
100%.
We can tell.
100%. 10-15, what up?
Yeah, man. Good show. Salute everybody on the panel. If you're a follower, just trust your leader. Be loyal to your leader. He might tell you to do something that you might not agree with, but you know what I'm saying? Like, just trust the nigga, man. Like, don't be trying to argue with a nigga, man. That's about all she wrote right now.
2K, what up?
All right, man. Yo, just ask yourself, man, why niggas that beat their girls never need girls to beat. That is me. That's it right there. Think about that.
August, what up?
Man, appreciate you again, dog. You know, I'm humbled to be here. Hey, I'll be trying to get in the Discord. I know I'll be running the night shift. I'm trying to change my sleeping habits to like be in the daytime. That's when y'all be in the Discord doing all this?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try and fix it. But man, thanks again, bro.
Hey, you gonna have to put some bass in your voice in the Discord, bro.
I'm good back there, dog. I'm cool.
I get heavy. You get heavy.
I'm already knowing, dog. I can handle myself.
August certified in the Discord, man.
I've been on a mission lately. That's all.
He had 6-hour arguments, man, till the sun came up. Man.
Yeah, bro. Late shift.
Tiff, what up?
It's a good show here. I think what you said, I'm gonna ponder on it about the following thing. I think if we want to have a better outcome, we may have to start creating different environments where you have to be a follower and not in the way of like work. Like being in environments where you got to learn to follow orders from somebody and maybe be uncomfortable with it. It's just something I'm kind of thinking about, but it was a good show. It's a good conversation. And I feel like my grades were extremely low, but we did do spell like 2K. So
that was a great, they was fiending for that show too. Talk or drink. Yeah, man, we can't do it every week.
I'm gonna lost my marriage behind that shit, man.
It took him. I wasn't in the Discord for 2 days. That recovery ain't no joke. It did.
2K had a root beer and a margarita. Strada, what up?
What's good, man? Great show, brother. Great topic. I do think there's more nuance than we think. This was a great expose convo. We did a great job at least exploring the idea that followership can't always be tied to leadership and has to be assessed even independent of the leader before you become said leader or before you pick leader. So dope convo.
Word is born. Becca, what up?
Definitely a great conversation. Enjoy conversing with everybody on the panel and hearing everybody's point of view, getting edification on certain things, you know, that may have sounded or felt a certain type of way to the followers' ears. But definitely continue to reassess yourself as followers. I don't have nothing for the leaders because y'all are the leaders. So
Indeed. Dr. G, any final thoughts?
Thank you for having me, Hamp. Good conversation as always. I think that the follower definitely has responsibilities. It's not all on the leader, but the leader has the larger responsibilities for sure. That's what makes them the leader. But the follower is responsible for making sure that they are attaching themselves to someone who they are going to follow. Like, don't put yourself in a situation, maybe you're looking at something else that this leader has, and so you think, oh yeah, this leader, but then you're not on board with what they're pushing out. So I think it's important that you be purposeful in your selection when you're looking to be under someone's leadership. So that would be the responsibility of the follower, I think. But thank you for having me for the conversation.
Yeah, no, it was good, man. I think we do so much stuff backwards that this conversation is substantive in terms of concept, right? And breaking it down. I think the overwhelming majority of us, we have to figure out how and if we can actually employ these concepts and what's the best for you in terms of relationships, realistically. We've been out here for a long time. People don't change, in my estimation, they mask, right? People control certain aspects about them, you know? And so if your modus operandi has been a particular way upwards of 35, 40 years, how realistic is for you to fall into these concepts, right? But we do so many things later and backwards that we seem to run into these issues because of that fact itself. We're doing it wrong. So it's almost like we got to just try to mitigate and minimize the things that we're having issues with. I don't think we're going to be able to solve them just because of, you know, the time frames that we're in. But it's hard, boy. It's hard. And it's even harder by yourself. I know that. So, what's tomorrow? Thursday?
Thursday.
Toxic Thursday in the Discord. Salute to everybody. Please like, share, and subscribe. Get your tickets to Houston. Yeah, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Oh, one last point. If one nigga can hold you down, two niggas can rape you. Okay? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Be safe and do the right thing, man. Get Fit Room open 24 hours. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
And we out.
And we out.
Oh, we can kill all this. We can kill all this. Say, like, do you want to be next?
Anytime you ready, baby. I was supposed to be there.
Ooh, I'm with it.
I'm
with it. We can do it.
Knocks out everybody and no one can whoop him. That's when that little Cassius Clay from Louisville, Kentucky came up and stopped Sonny Liston, the man who annihilated Floyd Patterson twice. He was going to kill me. He hit harder than George. His reach was longer than George. He's a better boxer than George. And I'm better now than I was when you saw that 22-year-old undeveloped kid running from Sonny Liston. I'm experienced now, professional. Jaw's been broke, been knocked down a couple times. Bad. Been chopping trees. I done something new for this fight. I done wrestled with an alligator. That's right. I have wrestled with an alligator. I done tussled with a whale. I done handcuffed lightning, throw thunder in jail. That's bad. Only last week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick. Man, dude. Fast. Last night I cut the light off in my bedroom, hit the switch, was in the bed before the room was dark. Incredible. Fast. Incredible. And you, George Foreman, all of you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him. All of you. I know you got him. I know you got him picked. But the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how great I am.